Oh, we're live? Awesome. Hey, guys!
Hey.
Oh, we
Oh,
are
we're really
here.
gotta get back into this. Well, we've been waiting a long time to say this, but welcome to Role Play, the D&D show that forces my players just to roll with it. I hit my microphone. I'm Dan. Hi.
Yep, now with more face cam.
More face cam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, welcome to the start of our kind of a continuation of the last campaign. Let me back up a little bit. Back up to this. There you go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, continuation of our last campaign, but kind of starting a new book. So this is going to be based off of Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just want to thank everyone for continuing to watch us. Hope you enjoy it. It'll be a fun time. As always, I am joined by my lovely, lovely friends. We got Cal, Dennis, Kimarie, and Justin. We all good?
I think so.
Okay, cool,
Good.
awesome, yeah. Do you guys want to say anything or like shout out?
Do we want to reintroduce our characters again?
Go for it.
Since it's been a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Cal. I play Oz, who is a doppelganger cleric, level 5, cleric to the Raven Queen. And found out at the end of the last episode that Oz looks like a fucking badass. And is one of the 4 horsemen. And Oz is the horseman of death because they're a death cleric for the Raven Queen. I'm good.
Oh, awesome. And I guess before we should go any further, we did upload all the episodes of the last campaign to YouTube. So in case you want to watch that before watching continuation of this, feel free to check it out because it's a lot of fun and a lot of interesting twists happen. But yeah, thanks, Cal. Be excited to see what's going to happen today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Dennis, go.
What's that? It
We've been
sounds like
having some-
record players.
Sounds like Alvin the Chipmunk. There's been some technical difficulties tonight. We're getting back into things.
Yeah, this is the first time we're, using cams and all that stuff, so we'll get
For a
back
while,
into the
yeah.
swing of it, I think.
Is this gonna work? This is not gonna work.
Good. Yeah, it's all fine. Justin, yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're fine. No, I did not say that.
Don't spoil.
Yeah.
Ironic considering you are one.
Okay.
We weren't ready.
We're getting into it. It's fine. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Kimarie.
Oh my
yes,
god.
You can't forget that.
At least you brought it back. You almost forgot. Yep.
Thanks, Kimarie.
I'm Justin.
Yeah.
And my character is Zymina Mozari, and I play a female dark elf or drow known in D&D. I'm a druid of the spore subclass, so a lot of life and death kind of thing. And I'm the considered the horseman of famine, and Mikil is the horseman of what? Kimarie?
Pestilence. Pestilence.
Pesty! Come on, Pesty! Come on, Bestie Pesty! You're a Pesty!
No. She's the horseman of pesto, okay?
You're the horseman of pasta.
Mikil of the four horsemen of pesto.
Let's go to the piazza.
Oh no.
You're the horseman that spices all the pizzas.
Yep. So I'm not too much of a physical combatant. I'm more about spells and wild shaping and more of the role playing and outside of combat stuff. But yeah, for the most part, don't want to spoil too much. But we are just had a really big moment the last session, so we're just coming back from that, and we have a lot of stuff to go over. So can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's exciting. I mean, we had almost like a 4 to 5 hour session that last episode, and a lot got revealed, but it was definitely one of my favorites we've done, and so many twists happened, and I'm just excited to see what's going to happen now. Dennis, how's the audio coming on your end? How you doing? Not yet? Okay. No worries. Well, we'll check back in. No worries. We'll still move on. Not a big deal. So thank you again, everyone, for watching, and thank you to our lovely players who are going to play the game. This is gonna be kind of a different campaign a little bit, because it's going to be more focused on combat, but there'll still be some social elements that we all love and enjoy. And yeah, if you like what you see, just tell your friends about us, and we'll hopefully make it happy for them too. So yeah, I guess without further ado, which we'll always love to say, let's roll into today's episode of Roll or
Roleplay!
Report.
Now that you've pressured him, he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to.
Yeah. So in our last
Look at a fist
episode, our players continued their journey through Xanathar's lair to eliminate Nihilor, the Mind Flayer, on behalf of Oz's quest with the Grey Hands. Our group killed various Kuatoa, like fish people, guarding the area. While exploring, Mikil opened the door and accidentally got grappled by Nihilor's tentacles. Even though our players were killing the creatures around him and trying to damage him, Mikil couldn't escape and was reduced to 0 hit points and became unconscious. After that happened, Nihilor was attempting to extract Mikil's brain. Thankfully, in the nick of time, Vajra Safar, aka Blackstaff, teleported our party and their allies out of the lair and back to Blackstaff Tower, thankfully sparing Mikil's life. Vajra was very happy that everyone was still alive, but mentioned to Oz that she thinks it would be in the best interest to hold off of any future Force Grey quests, especially how dangerous this last quest was. Our players understood and went back to Trollskull Manor and to lick their wounds. After some time, their friend Glarb and their new bard acquaintances, Zia and Roderick Tafkar, went to the Pink Flump Theater in pursuit of the Vault of Dragons, a hidden hoard of gold rumored to be underneath the city. The group snuck into the theater, found a trapdoor in one of the dressing rooms, and found the gate to the vault. Our group had the 3 keys to unlock the vault, which was a beardless dwarf, 2,000 dragon worth of gemstones, and a performance of Your Beardy Face. Zia and Roderick took their leave, and Glarb gave a heartfelt goodbye to our group as he is continuing his next chapter of his life with the 2 bards. Our group then explored the vault and found the cache of gold guarded by Oranax, a golden dragon. After much discussion with Oranax, the group managed to take home 50,000 dragon. Afterwards, Jarlaxo and the Brigand Aerith, Deville and the Doom Raiders, the Raven Queen faction, Xanathar's henchmen, Renair and the Harpers, and Mayloon Wardragon from the Force Grey faction went into a full brawl to take the treasure. While the brawl was happening, a hooded figure helped our players teleport back to Trollskull Manor to escape, only to find out that it was the ruler of Barovia, Strahd Von Zarovich. It was revealed that our players were family members of his, protectors of different quadrants of his country, Barovia, and Waterdeep have been at war with Barovia as well. Our players in the past were killed and then reincarnated as to what they are now. Our group is labeled as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Ximena is famine, Mikil is pestilence, Garrick is war, and Osrael is death. So that is where we left off. And I don't know if we can see the screen right now, but I added a little bit of art to the cover of Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage on Roll20. If you guys want to take a look at that,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. So keep in mind this is what you're going to be seeing a little bit more of. So definitely there may be some more mind flayers on there. So that's always fun. So yeah, right where we left off, we left with, if I can get to it here, Trollskull Manor, where I have again grouped all of you guys. Can you guys see if you can move your characters? I want to see like right away if you can move your grouped characters. Let me know, because I grouped your horses with your characters so that they just run around with you.
My horse moves every time I move my character.
Okay, let me could you guys put your Mikhail, could you put it right on top of your horse again, like the square above it? Yeah, let's try that. And then I'm gonna can you, yeah, right there. Yep. Okay. So now I'm gonna try to group it again. Kimarie, can you try moving it again? I guess it won't group for some reason. That's very strange. Okay. Well, what I'll do.
It is grouping, but you keep moving it. For me, like mine groups, but you have to move it separately. If they're on top of themselves, they don't work.
Oh, I thought I could group like different squares together.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Oh.
Okay.
Well, in the
man.
meantime, well, if you guys can put your characters where they were originally, then I'll just make them.
If I do,
I'll ungroup.
my
I'll
horse is
ungroup
gonna be off the screen. Okay, yeah. Up,
No.
ungroup.
I'll just ungroup, and then what I'm
Mhm.
gonna do is I'm just gonna make sure you each have individual control over your horses and everything,
Okay.
so that you can do that. Figured we would do that right away. That way we have no problems. And Craig, there we go. Okay, Justin, can you put it right above your horse again, please? I just want to. Actually, that's fine. Just leave it.
No,
there.
it just keeps moving back to the same spot.
Okay,
I
let
don't know
me.
why.
I got you. Let me ungroup this. There we go. And then you should have control over your horse now. And then, oh, Mikhail, where did your horse go? Oh, okay. Let's. Okay, let me ungroup you first, and then. That's so funny.
Thoughts and prayers.
Right? Thoughts and prayers. Okay, all of you should be able to move your horses. Okay, so since that's out of the way, you're back in Trollskull Manor, and Strahd is there as let's bring his lovely face up here. Strahd is there and just explained to you all this information and revealed about you being the four horsemen, protecting Barovia, all of that. So I know this is a lot of information. So he says that. So feel free to take on the conversation and continue with it if you want.
Oh no, I have to remember Oz's voice.
Yep. Sounded kind of British, I think.
A little bit.
Yes, so Strahd's like, yes, so I know that is a lot of information to take in, but I'm happy now that I think we're on the same page. You are speechless, I see.
Just a little bit.
Well, it
I am
has
aware
been
of that.
quite the day.
Zymina, you were saying.
Sorry, just Miki already made me laugh. Michael, come on, Michael, calm down. It has really been already quite the day, and that's a lot of information. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that everything you're saying is true. But I don't really remember you. She kind of just like looks off to the side, like in thought, like it's such a strange feeling to kind of recognize someone but not remember them. Like, how can you draw a blank on someone like that? It's weird.
You know, and with Lyrel and her allies tarnishing your memory of me, that hurts more than in my opinion when they killed you themselves. I cherish all of you. We are a family. And I hope, since I am here now, we are able to spend more time together and establish the connection we have lost.
Also, I'm sorry, I'm just editing stuff so that the
All
thing
right.
looks right.
So,
So sorry.
well,
I think it's okay now.
so he doesn't continue. He walks back and sits down near the fireplace, just looking at it. Says, "We have a lot ahead of us. I have been in contact with Lyrel about this war. This war, in other terms, is called the Cold War. We want as little casualties as we want for both of our countries, our cities. She's going to make sure that not the people in Waterdeep don't know about this, to establish panic. And in Barovia, I have control. I don't want them to know about this either. We cannot show them weakness. We're going to have a dinner in 2 days. That is up to Lyrel and her staff. But I'm making sure that we're not going to be poisoned or tampered with. We know better than that. We're going to go to have a nice meal and have a conversation about the war that's going to take place and establish boundaries. I will be joining you. So if there is any chaos, anything unpredictable, I am in your corner. But I think we will be having a nice civil dinner. Did you
And
have
what
any
of the
questions?
chaos at the vault?
Yes.
Surely
And
that's
about
going to
that,
catch up to us sooner than later.
I have a feeling Lyrel's gonna get with that very soon too. There are too many. How much did you get? I don't see why not. I mean, it is money you have. I guess making sure not to be so open with it is important. Keep it for yourself. You never know what could happen. It's your money to keep. You're whole. Oh, okay, okay. Well, this has been a great conversation. I will meet with you in 2 days, here at sundown, and then we will go to the castle together. Unless if there's anything else you need, I am all ears. Because I know it's a lot of information.
Should we be keeping your arrival a secret?
For now. Seems like Lyrel wants it a secret, considering the media didn't want to hear about her minion getting hung by his intestines. So I guess maybe wants to keep it a secret.
Well, it's not the only thing that doesn't come to surface enough around this town, so... And if you've been watching us for as long as you have said, you know that we are in our own factions as well, and that could also be another interference.
I'm not too concerned about that. Because I know who you're aligned to, truly, all 4 of you. Continue to be in the factions if you want. But I know money does crazy things to people. And I think all of them know, possibly, that you have money now. Just something to think about.
Well, if money can fix us getting our memories back, that would definitely be a start now, wouldn't it?
Good. I guess we'll just have to figure out and see. And he smiles, you just see this, like, the white fangs just glisten, like, shining right to the point. Such a nice, just beautiful man. Sculpted face. Distinct jawline. He smiles, stands up, then closes his eyes and bows to you. I will take my leave. If you need anything, you let me know. But I'll be here in 2 days. Get some rest. And do what you need to do. It's been a pleasure to see all of you again. And he
Okay, bye.
farewell, Miki. Farewell, Miguel. Yes.
In 2
Goodbye.
days.
2 days. And he walks out, closes the door. So now all four of you guys, with your horses, are in the tavern.
4 horses in the tavern. Oh
Yeah,
my
so
gosh.
they're all there. Yes. So they have the stats. They have the stats of a warhorse.
Hold on a sec, sorry. So I guess only Dan and I are coming through as audio, and I was just listening to the stream, and I just hear Dan's responses. I don't hear Kimarie.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
All right.
Quick sound check, I guess.
Yeah, let's test it out again.
Marco, can anybody hear me?
Pesto.
I
I'll
didn't
test
say a
number
whole
one.
lot for that whole conversation, so. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, we can hear Cal, we can hear me, Justin, we're good. So Dennis and Kimarie, we can try again.
You're
It
kind
does
of
still have a
quiet.
muted symbol next to your name, though. That's weird.
Okay.
I wonder if that's the reason why it's not working for both of you.
Hello, can you hear me? Super fun.
I think, yep, now your name lit up, so I think it is picking
Yay,
up
my
now.
name is
There you
lighting
go.
up. Woo!
Yep,
I
they can
heard
hear
myself.
you.
Oh, Dennis, can I hear you? I thought I heard your voice just now. Oh no, sorry. I thought I heard it for like a brief
Nope,
second.
go ahead, Dennis.
You're gonna be hearing me through Kimarie's mic tonight.
Okay, perfect. And I could hear you crystal clear with that, so thankfully we can roll with that. All right, so
Okay.
it is getting late at night. Strahd just left. Unless if you guys want to have some conversations with each other, you're more than willing to, and we can let the night go and see what happens.
I think I just look at the others and I just
Yeah.
go, you know what? That was a lot. And I can't wait for the next 2 days to be over, so I think I'm going to go to bed and try not to hate the upcoming events. She just shakes her head and starts walking up to her room.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Good night, Zymina. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around everything that's happened. It was so much, and I'm glad we know where we came from. I still can't remember it, and that's frustrating. Okay, bed. Miki and all the rat. Mikil! Gosh, I'm gonna do that.
Because,
And all the rats go upstairs to the attic. Do a little bedtime routine. Take a little toothbrush and
Yep.
brush the rats. Yeah.
Bruno and Stella are on your shoulders again, looking
Stella,
at
you
you.
get that blood off your whiskers. Gosh, you are so awful at that.
She just like looks at you, and you just see just like some dried, like crusty blood on like one of her whiskers, and
Take the
She's just-
toothbrush and scrub it away.
you see like the tooth, and starts just scratching, and like you trying to get like all like the gums in there, and it's just crusted and brown. It's disgusting. But you love her.
I do.
All your
love
rats
her.
love you very, very much.
They do. They love me. The
They
weird
do. They do.
bird person with rats.
Yeah. We got your character out there with that
Oh
image
my
too.
gosh.
Yeah. Craig, is there anything you want to do or say, or how do you feel?
I don't have anything to say.
All right. Well, the night has passed. Excuse me. You guys had a nice sleep, much deserved sleep. You did a lot of walking around, a lot of exploring, a lot of negotiating, dealing with a lot of new information. And Oz, when you dream, you envision Click's head rolling on the floor as the net sliced his neck. And sliced his head clean off.
Oh yeah,
Make
he's
you
dead.
relive that moment.
Good dreams. Good dreams.
So you do remember that. For anyone that has to prepare their spells, feel free to prepare their spells and do that. Let me see something here.
I just want to say that Oz finally went up to bed and had to kick Simina out of their bedroom because they're not in the right
wrong
room. Yeah, you are.
It's been 3 years.
I know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, I remember.
I have a quick question about the four of you. Who's normally the person to bring in the morning paper?
Do
I
we
feel
even
like
bother?
it's probably me. I feel like I'm the one that's up the earliest.
Cool.
I guess whoever
Bad.
would be up the earliest. I mean, I only need 4 hours of sleep, but I'll milk it.
Yeah, you milk it.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well.
And we're okay that we don't have to do, I mean, you already said we slept through the night, but we're okay that we don't have to do shifts anymore. Like, we aren't. Are we concerned for our safety right now with everything that happened in Xanathar's lair?
Do we have a front door?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Have the front doors. Well, yeah, because Tally had to work on
Yeah.
the door
Yeah.
because the beholder came in and zapped it. And you still have the back door that has a bomb on it that no one has opened yet. So that's something to
Super
think about.
fun.
Yeah.
Someday.
Love that.
Someday.
So, Oz, you go down. It's still pretty early in the morning, but you got a good night's sleep, and you feel like a nice cold chill coming from the morning air. Just the sun just peeking out. You do see the Waterdeep Gazette newspaper down at down by the door. One quick second. I have it here. I know. There you go. I'm adding something to our Discord chat so that you guys can take a look. So Oz, feel free to take a look, and then Kimarie, if you would be so kind to put the Waterdeep Gazette article in there too.
Got you.
And Oz, if you want to read this out loud, you are more than welcome to. Otherwise, you can wake the group and read that out too.
Which? It's over here. Let me. There we go. Breaking news!
No.
Laurel Silverhand unearths hidden cache of gold beneath Waterdeep, announces stimulus package. In a stunning revelation, Lady Laurel Silverhand, the open Lord of Waterdeep, has uncovered a secret cache of gold buried deep beneath the bustling streets of our fair city. Words. The discovery promises to shake the very foundations of Waterdeep's economic landscape as Lady Silverhand unveils plans for a stimulus package aimed at easing the financial burdens of its citizens. The
Are
cache.
you reading this out loud to yourself, or are you waiting for us to be down there before you read it?
I would read it to the group. I would not read this out loud to myself.
Oh, okay. Because if you were reading this out to yourself, you were going to hear banging. Like, you're talking too loud. I'm sleeping. Okay.
You two floors up.
I'll
Two
come
floors up.
downstairs. I'll be like, you know what? I'm on edge. I only did my 4 hours of meditation, so I'll actually meet you downstairs and see you looking at the piece of newspaper.
Yeah, I'd probably scoff and like toss it towards you and let it slam onto the counter. No, I was reading it for the sake of the viewers.
I
and
know.
so you guys know what we're talking about.
Just so we know as characters.
Yes. No, I would either read it, wait until everyone was down there, or just read it to myself and then pass it on. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So the cache, believed to be hidden for centuries, was unearthed during routine maintenance work in the heart of the city. Bullshit. Sources close to Lady Silverhand reveal that the vault containing the gold was found beneath layers of ancient architecture, long forgotten by the denizens of Waterdeep. In an address to the citizens of Waterdeep, Lady Silverhand announced her intention to redistribute a portion of the newfound wealth as a stimulus package. In these challenging times, it is imperative that we stand together as a community, she declared. This gold belongs to the people of Waterdeep, and it is my honor to see it returned to where it rightfully belongs. Under the proposed stimulus plan, every citizen 18 years of age or older of Waterdeep will receive a sum of 2 gold pieces from the discovered cash, 4 gold pieces per couple. The distribution is expected to provide much-needed relief to individuals and families grappling with financial hardships in the wake of recent crises. The announcement has sparked a wave of excitement and anticipation throughout the city, with residents eagerly awaiting their share of the newfound wealth. Merchants and traders are already preparing for an influx of spending, while local businesses are bracing for an economic boost. However, questions still linger regarding the origins of the hidden cash and the implications of its discovery. Historians and scholars have begun scouring ancient texts and archives in an attempt to unravel the mystery surrounding the gold's origins. Speculation abounds as to who may have hidden the wealth and why it remained undiscovered for so long. Despite the unanswered questions, the prevailing sentiment among Waterdeep's populace is one of gratitude and optimism. Lady Silverhand's decisive action in redistributing the gold has earned her widespread praise and admiration, solidifying her reputation as a champion of the people. As preparations for the stimulus distribution gets underway, the citizens of Waterdeep eagerly await the arrival of their newfound prosperity, heralding a new chapter of hope and prosperity for the City of Splendors. This has been Cal with Channel 8 News. Back to you, Dan.
Great.
Yeah, that was good.
And now Justin with the weather.
Don't rain.
Tomorrow. So we got 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
How much did she recover?
Oh, man.
Because I feel like 2 gold per person is really low.
So,
Right?
from what you're aware of, usually the immediate population of the city of Waterdeep is about 130,000. And then they said like on the outskirts of the city can be up to 1 million people, but I guess it depends like where they're living. So from what you gather and from the gold that was there, is considering a very small portion of the treasure was 50,000 dragon for you guys, you can't help but to wonder where that additional gold that's not getting sent to the people is being kept. So you wonder if the government is maybe keeping a lot for themselves. Yes.
Wow, 2 gold for people. How Jenny? Wow.
Over 18 of years, yeah. So kids don't get anything.
Kids don't get anything.
Yeah, but you're fine with that.
Well, we also have
Because
to
they're not
consider the fact that
voting
there were-
members.
Well, there was also a bunch of factions down there fighting over it too, so I can't imagine the government got all of the money.
Right.
But they all know that we got a portion, so... She, like, expectantly looks out the window, just, like, pulling back a curtain, just goes... The beggars should be here any minute.
As you open the curtain, you
Oh, no.
see a very familiar face. You see Volo's face. It waves at you.
Lock the door.
She'll just...
Quick.
He's just
She'll
like,
do this. She'll gesture to the door, and then she'll close the curtain and look at the group and just go... I'm going back to bed.
No.
No,
Can't.
you can't. We can't make decisions without you here.
Well, Volo's
Unfortunately.
outside, so we're gonna have quite the start. And she'll walk over the door and open the door for Volo then.
Perfect. So you see Volo there, but then you also see another handsome figure behind him, which is Floon.
Since Floon.
Floon is there too, and he kind of gives like a, "How's
Sup?
it going?"
Yeah.
Volo looks. He says, "Oh, my friends, it has been so long. It feels it's been ages. Come here. Oh, big hugs, big Volo hugs for Zymina. Oh," and he like reaches down, and grabs you.
No
Oh.
hugs whatsoever. And
Oh,
she'll put
I'm sorry.
she'll put her hand right on his forehead with 2 fingers and push him back.
Oh.
And what do we
Okay.
owe the honor of your visit today?
Thank you. Oh, nice to see you too, Miki. A pleasure. And Floon gives you a nod, says hi. Floon and Volo, you kind of notice, are not as eager to hug you, Mikkel.
No, they wouldn't be anymore.
Um,
Hi,
are
Flynn.
you? Hi. It's a pleasure to see you again, Miki.
I know it is.
Mhm. I guess we can get to it, Volo. Oh, yes. May we come in? Is that okay? Pretty please. I love what you've done with the place. And he starts like walking inside and like looking around. And Zymini kind of put off by this. He's like trying to assert himself to step in.
Well, if you can continue to look at the place like it's going to be picked apart, then no. But if you just state your business, then absolutely. We've had quite the day, so.
I apologize. I am so sorry. How rude of me. So, rumor has it. Now, I hate being this person. You know me. I'm a man of my word, and I have a very famous word. But just let's get to it. So, we know you got into the vault of dragons. What an amazing tale! That was crazy. When there, because no, you go first. Floon, you have. Sorry, I am in a bit of a gambling debt. I got a little overzealous with a rich person, and I lost some money, which I apologize. I lost 500 dragon. And they are very powerful people. And if I don't pay these people, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I know we've been friends for a long time, and I normally don't like doing this, but it would be a huge help if you could lend the 500, just so I can just pay off this gambling debt. I've learned my lesson from that.
That's quite a pickle you're in there, Floon.
It is. I mean, I trust you guys. We've been allies for a long time. Like Oz, you've been a big part of the Harpers too, and we know how much you've done. Oh, by the way, there are these 3 children that saw Renair a few days ago. They said they came from you. So it looks like they.
Whoa! None of us birthed these children.
No.
I'm definitely scrutinizing him.
Stop!
I would like
stop.
to insight check as he's talking about his gambling debt and whatnot.
Sure.
I just want to look
Roll
for signs
insight.
that he's
Yep.
even being honest about that at this point.
First roll of the new campaign. Go for it.
I'm just sitting here listen, you were just talking about how you're getting all these men's, all these clients, you're
Yeah.
rolling in the dough.
Mhm.
I don't believe you.
After Justin does that, I'd like to ask who he's in debt with.
Sure.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
It was almost a 20. You saw that, right?
I did.
Well, now actually look at my insight that I know. Granted, it's a +7, but 9. Imagine, right?
Oh my god!
I'm a little put off by Volo enough that it's distracting me from watching Floon like I normally would.
Mm-hmm. So what was
And
your
I'm
total
even more
insight?
mad. I rolled a 9 total.
Okay. Yeah, it's first start of the new day. You're already getting bothered by all these people asking. You're just like, I don't have the energy right now. I don't really can insight this. Kind of hard to read. I mean, he seems to be telling the truth. You don't see why he would tell a lie, but it's hard to get a read. You're asking, Mikkel, you're asking Floon, like, who he got?
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Who are you indebted to? That's important. There are a lot of powerful people in this city.
There are. It's someone powerful enough I can't say their name out loud. They have a lot of powerful people. And I know that if this is not taken care of, I am concerned for my safety.
well, with all due respect, Floon, we also have Xanathar extremely pissed off at us and ready to do what God knows what to the entire city to get back at us. And we're still talking about him out loud. So I think we deserve to know who exactly you're indebted to before we get ourselves entangled into more mess than we already are in. And she gives like an attempt at a warm smile, but it's definitely more of a like, don't bullshit me.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
I am trying, everyone.
You're doing a great
roll
job.
20,
You and
roll
me.
20. Please
Power
don't
couple.
do this.
Oh.
It is not my day today.
Mm.
Oh man.
Yeah. So you got like a.
Yeah, I'm not even proficient in persuasion, so that's
Oh
only
my
that's only a
God.
6. These is not natural ones,
Yeah.
but still not great.
Looks at you and says, like, I get it, and I know you're risking a lot. I'm not as powerful as you four, and I know how these people operate, and it just won't be good for me. I just ask because I don't know anyone that can just lend me 500 right away. It would just be very, very helpful if you were able to do this for me. And you see a bit of desperation in his face. You see, no tears, but like he looks worried for the first time. But when you've seen Floon being composed and flirty as he normally is, he's a little scared.
And what, pray tell, do you have to offer us in return?
I really didn't think about that. I just know you came into a lot of wealth and would help me out. Of course you would have my, allyship still. We would still be friends. Mikhail, Mickey. Excuse me. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mickey,
Mm-hmm.
like we've been friends too, and like Oz again, like you were part of the Harpers. It would be a tremendous help. Please.
Say we were to do this. What assurances can you give us that you're not just going to fall back into debt, gambling debt, or whatever?
When I've been doing this, escorting, a little bit of gambling, I haven't made a mistake even once. This was the first time this has happened. It caught me off guard. And the one time it did catch me off guard, it's in a really, really bad spot.
I feel like we need to talk about this as a family.
I have another question. Can you tell me the name of the kids that found Renee?
Volo starts to chime in. Oh yes, no, they were great. They were so fantastic. No, so there's Nat. Who else? There was a Squidly, and Jenks with his he's such a cute stuffed owlbear too. He was really, really into that thing.
Could have took that owlbear.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oz, shoot a look at Miki,
It was under my breath.
And Volo kind of mediates, listen, I know this is a lot to ask for. Believe me. I can help. If you help him, I can put your names in my new book. Right there, proud contributors.
No,
And then
thank
your
you.
names. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not interested in fame.
Well, I'll tell you what. He has asked for money, but I know that you will help me out. Because so I want to let you know, I'll right to it, right, Zymina? I know, looking at me, Zymina, like that. I see that face. Okay, so I will need help. To help fund an expedition to inspire my new book. So I'm looking for 5,000 dragon for this. I'll give you guys a special mention in my masterwork, of course. And I know you seem hesitant, but keep in mind, not to throw this at you, but if it wasn't for me and helping rescue him, you wouldn't have been here by now.
How much do you want?
He said 5,000.
But think about it. It'll be so popular, your names will be in there, you have a whole bunch of notoriety.
You're
Traveling ain't
insane.
cheap. I know, that's why I came to you for help.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, guys. We're friends.
Family meeting!
Family.
You're not in this family. This is the four of us. We need to discuss this.
Floon.
Yes.
Is there a time restraint on this?
As soon as possible.
Come back in an hour.
Okay. Sure. What about me?
Just
Also come back in an hour and we'll see about it.
Okay, great. We can get croissants. All right. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye. All right. And you see Folo and Flume walk off.
Shuts the door, turns around. We're gonna have to kill half the city.
I
But-
agree.
I do have a plan.
Side note, Oz looks like a fish right now.
Yes.
I just want
Still.
Oh, that's right, like a
Remember
little
that.
fish.
to,
Yeah.
like a literal fish, a kluta. Also,
Platoa? Yeah.
Dan, before I forget,
Yes.
Oz did kill one of those dwarf people in Xanathar's dungeon that we
That's
forgot.
right, you
to kill.
did. The Duragar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
No.
The beardless dwarf.
Oh,
The bald,
the
beardless.
scanning people. Yes. That
Yes,
is right.
yes.
Thank you. I remember.
So,
Okay. Perfect, thank you for letting me know.
nine souls.
Nine souls you killed in the first campaign. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. What a fun
Very cool.
little trivia question.
Little Tatty. Yeah.
Collecting the souls of the dead.
Wow.
All right. So,
Anyways,
you guys carry on with your meeting. If you
Okay.
want
family
to
meeting.
Family meeting.
We're not funding Volo's expedition.
Absolutely
We're not doing that.
No.
No. Unless he can provide evidence that this book is going to sell and make money and we're going to get a portion of those proceeds. Absolutely not. And
Yeah.
from the look at him, I don't think he has the money.
Volo only looks out for himself, and he only uses people when they're useful to him, so.
Well, he did do us a favor by getting us this place, but I think that was only because of Durnan. So I would be
Right.
willing to help in a different matter, but not for some waste of time book.
And not
That being
5,000.
said,
Right.
the whole
That's
thing with
10%.
Fluid still bothers me, depending on who he owes money to. Because if it's as bad as he says it is, chances are they're not going to just want his money anymore. They're going to ask for so much more. These interest rates are invisible. And he's
I've-
always going to be indebted. We need to know who he's dealing with.
Damn it, Justin.
What?
Sorry. I'm
No,
not
go
distracted.
ahead.
No. I mean, my stipulation with Floon is that is that if we give him the money, I feel like we should go with him to wherever he has to deposit the money, to make sure that it's actually getting paid towards his debts and not just spent on more gambling. I don't know. I don't know if, like, do we trust him? Also, how much do we like Floon?
Yeah, I was still tempted to be like, just kill him. But in game,
I
It's a question in the game. How much do we like him?
don't know, Miki. How much do you like him?
Well, I mean, I like him a lot, but Ball, my daddy god, he seems to like Ball. He seems to like Floon a little bit more than I do.
Meaning?
Ball wants him as a sacrifice, and we could sacrifice him, and then we wouldn't have to give him the money.
oh no, there's no we in this. This is all you. But that being said, I don't want to take part in that. And she's immediately put off by that idea. Just
Oh, come on,
you do what you want to do.
Then we don't have to give anybody money, and then he would be dead, and then his debt would be canceled.
However, he is one of our connections to a lot of high-end people.
Didn't say it was a
Well-
good idea. I just said it was an idea.
I'm not saying I don't understand where you're coming from. I'm also not saying that I'm willingly going to help you either.
Get my rats back, though. My rats that died, I could get them back. Isn't that worth something?
Is
Well,
it?
I think it is. Makes me
I
happy.
Claim to know much about your rats and their special uses for you and Ball, but it depends on how much information Floon can actually provide to us. I feel like he hasn't really provided very much despite our questions. He almost seems too hesitant to tell us much of anything. Which, now that I think about it, perhaps I can use the truth serum I had purchased months ago on him to get him to tell us the truth. Out of game, I don't think it works this way, but I was wondering if I put the truth potion that I had received from Gitzo? No. What's his Schemo
Mhm.
in like a bottle of wine, would that apply to everyone who drinks it, or would it just be a single use for like one person? Like obviously DM discretion, because if they drink the whole potion, yeah, but I don't know if you could mix it into another liquid and then have people consume that until it's gone, and then that's like a truth serum kind of thing.
I would say he only gave you a small amount.
Was it a small amount? Oh, okay. I paid a lot
yeah,
of gold
just-
for that.
Yeah. he's a little shit. Yeah. Yeah. Even though you're part of it, yeah, he still charges a good amount for that. But yeah, that would be, if anything, like I will say, like if you put half of it into one glass, that would be good. So you can get 2 uses from it.
Per 2 glasses.
Mhm.
Because that's out of game, but then in game she
Mhm.
does say that,
Mhm.
and goes, perhaps we can get more information about people who continue to ask us for money, especially for things that they aren't being truthful for. I don't think Volo has any, even if he was telling the truth, I think it's all wasted on him.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of money. So we're gonna drug Floon and figure out if he's telling the truth, and then we're gonna decide to give him the money. Just trying to come up with a plan here.
Depending on
Damn.
how much information he gets, because it may not work too. He could be very resilient to the truth serum, so it's hard to say.
Okay,
I
I'll
think
Is it-
start mixing up a drink then. His
Because
favorite
it will-
first.
I also think that we should just make it a stipulation for him if he wants us to give him the 500 dragon, he has to tell us who it's going to.
Do we have, like, my idea, like, we go with him to deliver the funds?
Sure. I mean, maybe not all of us, but
Well, right. I was thinking more in, like, a stealthy kind of following
Right.
him. He knows we're there, but his debtors?
yeah, debtor.
Collectors?
Yes.
Yeah.
DEBTOR,
They don't know,
debtor.
because I feel like us showing up, they'll just demand more. But
Right.
if Loon goes on his own and then we watch him do it, I
Right.
feel like that's a good plan.
I could get behind that. Do we want to drug him regardless?
Yes. Always.
Alright.
So just to clarify things, so it's very similar to the Zone of Truth spell.
Oh, so
when
he's
they
gonna
when
know.
they drink it.
Could just cast
Well-
Zone of Truth. I still have that.
That's another thing too. That's why I wanted to say it. So
have
they
it.
would have
yeah.
to make a charisma saving throw. On a failed spade, they cannot speak a deliberate lie, but that means they don't have to say anything. That's just a thing too.
So
they
with
can
the
ch-
serum
Or-
versus the spell, because I know the
Ooh.
spell directly says that they're aware that they're under the effects of that.
Yes.
Is it the same thing with the serum?
Yes.
Or is that like the only... Okay.
So it's basically
Hang on.
okay. Yes.
I could just detect thoughts on him.
You could.
Oh, hey, I said that, but
you
I
have to
don't
make
have
it.
that. So.
No. I do. Hey.
So,
So we've got backup, and backup plan.
Yep. All right. So I will say, unless there's anything else, an hour has passed. You see Volo and Flume come back. And Flume say, "Oh, it's been so long. There is a nice bakery down the street. Very, very good pastries. Have you considered our offers?"
Who answers the door? If
Not
nobody
me.
else wants to, I'll answer the door then. I'm
Can we
gonna
come in
answer the
this
door.
time? It's really cold outside.
Volo,
Yes.
thank you for everything you've done for us, but we cannot fund your expedition. So we need to talk to Fluid right now, and I need you to go somewhere else, please.
Why not? I thought we were, and it's not an expedition. It's an actual expedition. That's how I get my books. I use
Right.
my experiences in my content.
Then draw us up a business plan and get that to us, and maybe we'll reconsider.
Are you deceiving him?
No, I mean that's exactly what Zymina
Okay.
basically said. So
Mhm.
Well, from
That
what
I'm-
you're saying, you would reconsider it if he did draw up a business plan? If it was good?
yeah,
I mean, I'll back Oz up by speaking edition and saying it only makes sense to, handle such large amounts of money through contracts and knowing what you are going to be spending it on and what you're going to be getting back from it. So, if there's some interest to be at hand, it's best to be discussed through legal matters than just giving you the gold outright. So, we need more information from
We
you.
need a business plan and how you're going to pay us back with such funds from expedition and book. It would
You
be a
see,
loan.
If you could see a guy have a broken heart, that's how Volo's being right now. He's very surprised, disappointed. Especially looks at you, Oz, in this case, and says, all right. If you need a business plan, that's fine. Oh dear, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not expected by this because I know we were friends, but sure. I'll send it to you, paper bird. No, I'll send it to you in person so that I know you received it. Because sometimes, the mail can be kind of crazy. Okay, sure. I'll do that.
thank you, Volo.
Okay.
I'm insight checking again. I cannot. It just
Sure, what
everyone
are
is-
you inside
I'm-
Volo?
that he's being honest with his emotional reactions, or
Sure.
if he's just trying to buy pity.
Go for it,
Okay.
roll for it.
And can we keep trying to do this? Frickin' roll 20 wants to cooperate with me for once. Okay, well at least it's not a
Alright,
2.
Can I just try as well?
Sure.
Because like
Sure, roll, yeah.
I'm kind of like he's looking specifically at me and is looking heartbroken. Like
Mhm.
what has he got in his brain that makes him think that we would just give him 5,000 gold?
Sure thing, yeah, roll insight. Justin, what did you get?
I got a 13.
Okay.
One day I'll roll higher than 10. Mm.
Oh no.
Not this. We're starting off session with good.
That was a 4 plus 6. I think.
10?
Yeah. Let me. Ooh, too many zooms.
No worries.
Insight, yeah, plus 6, so it'd be a 10.
Okay.
Great.
So you both look at Volo. He seems heartbroken. He seems sad. Very taken aback. Also, since he vocalized that since Oz is part of the Harpers and Volo's kind of affiliated with them too, like they just thought that naturally would help him out because he thought that, he helped you guys out. So it's just everything he's expressing seems to be very genuine, and he looks really heartbroken, and
Damn.
he looks really sad.
I mean, that's fair, but we've also been chased down nearly every single day that we've been
Hey,
here.
it's your
So-
choice. It's like it is what it is. So then Flume kind of like gives a pat on the shoulder for Volo and sees him walking off, and You can hear him crying. They wouldn't help me on my expedition. I'm gonna go. I'll meet you at the yawning portal. All right. And Floon is just there awkwardly.
Goodbye.
You just hear like loud crying, like it's just circling like around like the corner of your tavern as he walks down the street, and there's some people looking at him, confused. Fluid's like, so I guess that's a no for me too.
Not yet. We have questions and a few stipulations.
I will do my best. I can only provide so much.
The biggest stipulation that we have is we have to know who this money is going to. Because we've had a crap few days and we've been almost killed more than a handful of times, and
I almost died.
by Nihilor of all people.
My brain
So-
got knocked out.
We need to know who this money's going to, so we can know if we need to be worried about any backlash or any number of things.
I understand that, and I know Zymina was asking me about that before. The thing is, if I say who I gambled with, it was poker, by the way. If I gambled with him, I would be dead.
Well, you're going to be
Ow.
dead if you don't tell us. So
Yep.
Are you threatening to kill me?
no.
I mean, no.
Is that in game?
Yes.
Okay.
That's Miki's just being Miki.
No.
Uh-oh.
No. You implied to us that if you don't repay this debt, that they will kill you. That is what I was referring to.
Make a persuasion check. Unfortunately, with me threatening to kill him, raise it up a little bit.
Sorry, Cal.
So make a straight roll on this. I'm not going to make a disadvantage on this, but it's definitely going to be difficult, especially when Zymina was asking already in the past two.
That is a 15 plus 3, 18.
Wow, thank God for you rolling higher than I probably would have.
That was exactly what you needed.
Oh.
So he says, "Can I at least come in for this?" So none of
Oh,
them-
I assumed we had already brought him inside. And...
Good. Okay. I don't know much about them. But I was in a poker game with Shima Umbrusk. Urmbrusk, excuse me. URMBRUSK is the last name. Shimak is CHIMAK. They are a noble family. Their trade and interests deal with land owning and money lending. I've been flirting with him for some time. And he suckered me into playing a nice game of trip poker.
Ah!
With some money.
So how did it end up with money if, like, you ran out of clothing and just kept going or something?
Exactly.
I'm surprised he didn't go over sexual favors.
That would have been cheaper.
That would have been a lot cheaper.
So
Is
They
he connected with the Castellantes by any chance?
Yeah, can we
What-
roll like a history check on
Yeah.
Brusk? So, because I've never heard of
sure.
him.
sure, you can if you want. I can just
Or you can kinda-
basically like. Okay, put this.
18 plus
Okay.
3.
All right.
Okay.
It's the same
Okay.
thing. It's basically they are a well-established noble family, land owning, money lending. Their ethnicity is Aluskan in nature as well. They were ennobled in 1254 DR, and there are 72 membership nobles in the family.
What
There's-
section do they live in?
Sure.
In
Let me actually bring up the Waterdeep map.
Woo! Waterdeep map.
Waterdeep map. The Umbrusk Villa is located in the Sea Ward.
Okay.
If you bring up the Waterdeep map and type Umbrusk, it is there. It is just by the West Gate, by the Street of the Singing Dolphin and Diamond Street. That's the closest intersection to that.
Okay. Sea Ward. Alrighty.
And Slim continues and says, I was flirting with the sun. I thought he would be the easiest to get information from. And at times it was, but yes, they have, and his parents have attended special ceremonies with some devil worshipping. So I've
Well,
been
what's
kind of
really
trying
new
to-
with all the nobles in this city? All the major
Yes.
houses have already probably dabbled in that anyway.
Exactly.
Have you disclosed any of this information to your faction, the Harpers? And
No.
are they able to? You're not gonna help them at all.
They've told me not to get too risky with this, and I had a lapse in judgment. And I don't want to talk to them because I would be disappointed with them. They'll lose trust with me. I don't want that, considering they're like my true people I'm with.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm guilty and disappointed in myself. He's not even looking and acknowledging you.
No,
right
no,
now.
no. I have a question for you.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Since this is like the second time of us talking to him, can we roll insight again? I know Justin had rolled it for him
Yeah, you could.
before.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That was more persuasion, but yeah, insight. You can roll insight. As
Yeah,
much
I
as
want
you
to see. I just want to make sure
Go for it. Yep.
we're
No worries.
still, because we didn't Justin didn't actually confirm that what Floon was saying was
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay. Beaky dice, here we go. Me kill. That's a nat 20.
Hey!
Our
Perfect.
first roll of the season.
Perfect.
That's how we start out.
Everything he's saying is true.
Okay, good. I
Yep.
just want to make sure.
Yep, he's being very forthright. He seems very desperate that he has no one else to turn to, and he won't even ask the Harpers in this case, from what you knowledge. But it sounds like he really needs it. He continues and he says, yeah, they have very powerful people, people that I don't even know about, like what they look like, and I know that in any instance they can just snatch me away and I could be gone forever. So that's the situation I'm in.
All right.
And I know Volo as much as I love Volo. I know his $5,000 dragon request is pretty out there for a book. I'm only asking for 500 dragon to possibly save my life. And I
Can you
won't
tell
forget
Renair
it.
about this?
It's not asking.
He's-
I'm not talking to you.
Fuck.
Also, he's part of the Harpers, and he already said he didn't want to tell the Harpers about it because
Okay,
he'd lose
sorry, my
faith
bad.
with them.
He nods.
All right.
Well, how do
Does-
you know that they're not going to keep asking you for money once you bring it to them? Are there any reason to believe that they're not going to continue asking for interest upon interest upon interest from you?
I can't guarantee that. However, knowing how they operate, if I can honor my end of the deal, they won't bother me with that again. It's more people who cannot pay that causes problems. And I'm already on that fine line right now. But since I've pleasured him a good amount of times, he's giving me an extra day as leeway, and I can only suck someone off for so long.
I had a nickel.
Well,
So that's the situation I'm in.
How do you suck with that beak?
Shut up, Dennis.
He's got you
Um,
there.
So what do you say?
Give us a moment. Would you like a drink?
Yes,
We're gonna. Okay.
please.
Miki.
Could you no could you make it for me, Oz? If that's okay. Or I'll just take something like a bottle. I'll just take a water. Like I'll just take a glass of water from the kitchen or something if that's okay.
Okay. Yes, I will get you something.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go in and grab him some water from the kitchen,
Miki will
and
take
I'll
pour a
holler
shot
out. Would you like ice?
No, it's okay. I'm fine.
Yeah, and then I'll give him the water, and I'll just motion for the rest of us to move away a little bit to discuss.
And he's just sitting there drinking his water and he's by the door.
You actually, you don't even have to move away. I mean, it just flatly says in front of him as she's standing up. Well, I think since he's part of your faction, I think it's safe to let you make the decision on this because it's not as outlandish as 5,000 gold. And as long as we have someone that's willing to provide information about the nobles in the city to us directly, I have no problem not even having him pay it back. But whatever stipulations you want to include with it, I'm perfectly fine with that. And she'll kind of stand up and like move away out of the conversation and kind of go watch like through the window through the front door, because at this point she's like, all right, who else, let's get this over with. But she's staying within earshot to see like what goes on beyond that.
Sure.
But yeah, she's just removed herself so that Oz can make the decision, because I mean no one else is in the Harpers, so
Yeah,
but
Miki,
Oz rather.
Miki takes a shot, and because he's just done with the situation, and he's just like, whatever you want to do, Oz, I trust your judgment on this. He's telling the truth. That's all I know.
All right, Craig.
You guys pretty much covered everything.
Fair enough. All right, Floon.
Yes, he like straightens up and looks at you. He even looks more sexy with like his puppy dog eyes and like his blonde hair just kind of covering his face, and just looks very weak. But he looks at you like eagerly for your decision. Yeah, yes, well, what was the decision?
Glad.
We will provide you with a 500 dragon.
Thank you so much.
You're not to tell anybody who you got it from.
I won't. I won't. I promise you I won't.
And
Thank
if
you.
something like this happens again, I cannot guarantee that we will be able to help you.
That is fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh.
Also, don't tell Volo we gave you the money either.
Oh, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna tell him. Don't worry. No, because then it'll be like, oh, where's my cut? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank you. So do you give
yeah.
him the 500 dragon?
Yeah, I'll gesture to Miki because I'm assuming Miki's got the stuff,
I will
right?
hand you, yes, I will hand you the gold to give to him.
Thank you.
And Miki will take another shot because Flynn looks so handsome.
Oh my god.
How many
Miki
shots
has a
do we have?
drinking problem, too.
I'm just
He's had
watching
drinking
Miki
problems.
and me kill and shaking my head and just
Oh, gosh,
going,
darn it.
oh, you're gonna
So
take me to your room again?
So you give him the gold. He says, "Thank you. I won't forget this. Thanks, Oz. You're a good one."
Do you need an escort?
No, I should be
Escort
okay.
for the escort? Okay, cool.
Protection? Escort?
I will be okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I
Alright,
won't forget this. Thank you.
be safe.
Have a blessed day. Thanks. And he leaves.
Bye.
We got 50,000 dragon,
50,000.
right?
So we have 45,500. I'm keeping track.
Okay, yeah. I
Whoa,
also
whoa,
had it-
wait,
I had it on
hang
my
on.
screen too.
Where did the other 5,000 go?
What other
Oh.
5?
You have 49,500.
49.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second.
Kimarie has already given Bolo his money. Sorry, I can't do math.
As
That's
the day,
I'm also
as the-
keeping track,
yeah.
so don't worry.
Okay, thanks, Justin.
Yeah.
No, you still have another day before dinner. Is there anything you're looking to do during this day that you're looking to pursue, or anything you want to talk about before the night happens?
When is Oz going to go to
Yeah.
the Raven Beach?
You can go whenever you want, but if
Okay.
anything were to happen, you'll be home.
I would suggest we go to one of the shops to get some healing potions. Because I don't think any of us have any. And
I think Fala has some,
yes.
and she's right across the alleyway. We could check with her.
Yes,
Okay.
I would. Just before we get into any more trouble, and Mikhail is like especially very adamant about this because he almost died. So he's
For
like,
sure.
potions.
Yes, potions. And do we want to upgrade our gear?
We could.
Yeah.
Maybe Embrick and Avi have anything new from the stimulus they've received.
Oh, boo-hoo, a whole 4 gold to their name. How Jenny?
No
Well,
worries.
just because we throw gold at people like that nonstop doesn't mean other people don't live off copper and silver.
Yeah. Alright.
So if you're looking to do any upgrades on any weapons or any type of armor and stuff, just for time's sake reasons, I am more than willing to discuss it off stream just so we can get you taken care of and do that. For the healing potions, I can let you know what Fala has, just to kind of speed up the conversation too. So looking here, she has 2 superior healing potions.
Nice.
Wow, she is stocked 6 greater healing potions and 4 standard healing potions. The superior healing potions are 2,000 dragon apiece.
Ooh.
The greater ones are 200 apiece, and the standard healing potions are 50 dragon apiece.
How much healing do the superior ones give?
Sure, let me take a look for you.
68? Or 64, I mean. What is it, 2d4?
84 plus
44?
8.
84.
8d4.
What about the
plus
greater? Is that 44 then?
Greater healing potions, 44 plus 4. And
Oh,
then
so
I
it
think the
basically
standard
goes
ones. Yep, and then
2,
2d4.
So
Yep.
2, 4, they basically double then. Well, then the greater ones could be really good for Miki in a pinch.
Yeah, considering I'm such a squishy bird. If we bought all of them, it would be $5,400. I mean,
I
gold.
don't know if we need the superior ones, but if you want to, we can. I mean, it's still not much of a dent, but that's up to you guys. If you guys want to buy it, I would take just either a few healing or just one of the greater ones. I'm not that picky since I also have innate healing, so.
I mean, I have healing.
Yeah, we're both squishy, so
Yeah, but I only have level 2 spells. Like, that's all I can do for. I only go up to level 2, right now at least. So, I feel like we should all get a standard and then all get a greater.
Sure.
And
Does that make sense?
I think that's fine because you said Fala had 4 greater,
6
Six
greater.
greater.
Okay,
Mhm.
And 4
So-
standard.
I think we should get all the standard and all the greater, and we can
Okay.
always come back for the superior. If we
That would
start
be
to go in like
14.
heavy areas where we're getting beat up a lot.
That would be 1,400 dragon.
I think it's a good deal.
Perfect.
But if you do want a greater or a superior, I think that's also fine. Like for someone like Craig, if he does get low on health for whatever reason, I've never seen it, but you never know.
Yeah, Kurt getting low on health. That's funny. I
No
feel like
worries.
we like hold off on superior just because they're really expensive.
Okay.
Okay.
So you went to Corlon's Crown and you got your potions. Falai just put their picture up there. Excuse me. Very excited to see you. Just granted you these nice potions, all wrapped with some vines and some flowers blooming from them. It says, "Thank you so much." I don't know if you purchased potions for me, but I always add a little flavor in there, a little touch, a little bit of lavender. So hope you enjoy, neighbor.
Before leaving, I'd like to ask Fala for like a duplicate of the flowers that I got the last time.
Oh, of course. I know they love the darkness a lot, so let me. I'll just hand it to you. And it hands you. I forgot the name of the flower actually. It was like a dark. It was like
yeah,
black.
one of them's like a black calla lily, I think.
Yeah, it was black
Or
color.
something.
She had 2 of them
Okay.
left. Because that's
Cool.
something she doesn't usually keep in stock, but she does have them for you. No charge for that.
And then the other one was the white mums,
Oh, the chrysanthemums.
chrysanthemums. Yes.
She charges 2 silver per
Okay.
bundle of 5.
Cool.
All right. It's okay. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you for stopping by. As you guys make your way back to the tavern, you see someone waiting there for you outside.
For that, how much was it again, Kimarie? I'll just keep track so we both have it.
1400.
1400.
And that was
Thank
6th
you.
grader and 4 standard.
6th grader, 4 standard. Yep.
So we want to split that so me and Miki get 2, and then you and Craig get 1, and then we all get 1 standard potion? How do you want to do that or divvy it up?
I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I
Thank
have
you.
2 greater.
Let me add that to my
And
inventory
1
before we get invested in this next conversation. Please don't be Jarlaxle. I'm not ready for him right now.
Yes, I'm ready for him. You should be ready for him.
Okay, so as you walk back, you see a very familiar figure. It is DeVille.
Oh, great.
Oh, fuck.
Ah!
He's by himself, and he sees to Craig and Mikhail and says, "Ah, yes, it's so good to see all of you again. How are you?
Hello, DeVille.
Long time no see. Yes, hi. I hope I'm not barging in. If that's
Okay.
okay. May I come in for a drink, perhaps?
Sure, of course.
Thank you so much. All right." And walks in, casually sits down. "Make me a favorite drink, Miki. I would appreciate it." So, my dear friends. So I'm sure you've kind of heard about the little fracture that happened in our lovely faction with Schemo. So, basically, Craig, Miki, and the other 2, if you would be so happily inclined, we're looking for a donation of 5,000 dragon to keep the branch of the Zentarum afloat in Waterdeep. Recent altercations and legal issues have drained the Doom Raiders' coffers, and I cannot find Istrid anywhere. It's very strange. So, I was hoping you would be able to help with that. And I don't see it as much of a problem because I know that the Doom Raiders have contributed a lot in the past with certain sales, as well as, certain quests to make extra coin. So I'm sure that this won't be a problem.
I'm letting you both handle this. I'm just sitting off on the other side observing.
Same, but Oz is gonna kind of make a face, like, to let you know that they don't like the idea.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Your faction, your choice.
I mean, he doesn't even say our names, so obviously he looks down on both of us. So Zamina doesn't enjoy him at all personally, but she will only chime in this moment if spoken to, or if you guys ask her to, just because. Not going to deal with DeVille. Istrid was a different thing.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Very
Um,
good drink, Mickey. I appreciate your
Yeah, here you go.
help with that. Of
You're
course,
welcome.
no
Of course, I know
worries,
your
yes.
favorite. Of course, yes.
No, of course, very sweet.
Um,
A little bit of honey lemon. I love that little suckle. It's very good.
you know me,
Yes.
Deville.
Of course I
Um,
do. I know you're very contributing to the cause of a lovely faction, and I have
Mhm.
no reason but not to trust you. So.
Right.
Actually, out of game, I have a question. Was he
Sure.
specifically referring to replacing the whole situation with Schemo? Basically, like he wants that to be reimbursed.
No, he's not looking for reimbursement. He's just saying that the Doom Raiders is in trouble and needs money to keep it together. Otherwise,
Because I mean, I know they lost Schemo in that whole operation too, so
Yes,
that is a
and he
lost
says,
money.
and he says he can't find Istrid either.
So like, I don't know, Istrid, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But I
Istrid
mean-
was the money shark, so like.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is true.
That's a big port. That's probably a big portion of money gone.
But we have someone who's very skilled at making potions and things like that too, so maybe offer your services. That I say out loud in a way saying, well, at least Schemo can be replaced by someone of greater or more important value in that kind of potion making. Sorry, I was like, I metagamed that and I said, I'm just going to say it out loud.
That's okay.
Apologies.
I appreciate it because I didn't even go there. I don't think of stuff like that.
She makes a good point. I mean, we do need someone to assist us with potions. However, with any operations that we do have, we do require a significant amount of coin, so we have leverage. Me
Right.
and how social I have to be with the nobilities, of course. You seem hesitant, Miki. Why is that? I understand this is a group decision. Don't get me wrong. It is a
Right.
decent amount of money, but I'm sure, considering how long you were down there, you've taken quite a sum of money, and it's just a small amount that you can use to help us. What about you, Craig?
I want to lie so bad.
Out of game, do whatever you want.
We're gonna do this.
Wonderful.
No,
No, I said
whoa.
If. I said
Oh.
if. I'm in good standing again.
Of course, you are.
Well,
You help us get to the vault. I appreciate it.
yes. But you and I have had some issues lately.
I know we've had some disagreements, Craig. I completely acknowledge that, and I'm sure as someone in my power, I have to make sure that we are all together with the same understanding. I know my anger was a bit exuberant when you were talking to those nobles, when I worked very hard on trying to have them on our side. It just seemed, and this is just me being frank with you, it seemed like all of my previous efforts were a waste of time. All those hours, all those days, all those weeks spent with them, until your conversation for I don't know how long with them caused this to topple. But let's let bygones be bygones. We can move forward with the brand new, better Doom Raiders. And of course, we would be in automatic good standing with myself.
That I want to insight as I'm listening.
Insight. Go for it.
After I had witnessed him getting slapped and
Yeah.
Yes.
degraded,
No, yeah.
I'm
insight.
like, I'm holding in a real laugh. So I'm like,
Go for it.
Do I
The
trust
strike
rolled
would
one?
be gone then.
Okay, better. So I rolled an 18 total.
Wow.
11 plus
18.
7.
That's what Deville looks like?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Yeah,
think
he's like a
he
high
was
elf.
blonde.
Yeah, here.
I didn't think he was blonde. For some reason I thought he was brown haired.
Yeah, there you go.
Brunette. Brown haired.
So, Zymina, sorry, Dennis, were you asking him anything in the meantime while Zymina was rolling? Sorry.
So my strikes would be gone then.
Of course. No worries. Zymina, he is being dishonest.
Oh.
He is saying whatever he needs to say to bring the group in together. He just needs the money. In regards to the strikes and everything, he's not being serious with that at all. It's just more of like, it is what happened in the past. He's just saying like, oh, okay, if that's important to him, sure, I'll mention it to him, whatever it needs, but I just need the money. He's being very opportunistic with what his approach is right now.
Gotcha. Would I also, like, from that inside check
Mhm.
and what you have said, clarify the fact that he probably doesn't even need this money, he just wants it. That's it?
He
Or does that
sounds
sound
like
a little more desperate?
sure, he does sound like he does need the money. He does sound like that part is true about keeping the group together. But in regards to obtaining it and what Krieg's demands were, what Mikhail was looking for, he is pretty much just providing what they want to hear just so he can get the money regardless.
Now, to say something or not.
That's your choice.
Yeah. I do just have to figure out how I want to say it, because DeVille's a completely different person. And
Miki, just say, DeVille, we can't give you 5,000.
Why not?
It's just way too much.
It's a small amount. And, I mean, when you join us again, of course, you'll get more opportunities to do quests and stuff, which will get you more rewards. So if you think about it, it's just an investment.
Yeah, an investment. Like, you're going to give us 5,000 dragon in our time we've spent with you.
Of course, if you invested in the group, you'll be part of the group still. And, I mean, if you are unable to contribute to it, then there will be no more group, and you won't be in a group with us any longer.
So if we do not give you the money,
Mhm.
the Doom Raiders will cease to exist.
Pretty much. And it would be on your hands, unfortunately, which I don't want to happen.
You mean to tell me with all of your connections, all of you rubbing your shoulders with nobles, you couldn't get this money from anywhere else? It has to be us.
Nope. It's you would think it would be as easy as it sounds. But with the whole vault exposure that's been in the papers, nobilities are going out of whack. Everyone can't trust anyone. Chemo's
Well,
gone.
with all
Istrid's
due
gone.
respect.
Well, yes.
with all due respect
Xymena.
to Bill,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for remembering my name. It is a pleasure
I won't
to
forget.
have a first conversation with you. With all due respect to Bill, that has been the game in Waterdeep for many years now. This is nothing new. So the nobles being in disarray over our vault has nothing to do with why you're here right now. And I'm going to give you the respect you deserve and just say that I would much prefer that we all be honest here. And I can just tell by how much information you're trying to give us while giving us nothing at all that you just want the money from us, and that's perfectly fine. We don't need a reason, but we also don't want you to feel like you have to provide false promises to your own faction members, especially when they were already bribed and extorted by your own member Istrid. So I just want us to make sure we're being honest, because we're all in this together, whether I'm part of your faction or not. So let's just cut right to the chase.
All right. If that's what you want. Sure. Sure. There's a problem with Istrid. Istrid isn't here anymore. I don't know where she is. She handled a lot of our money. Therefore, caused a lot of problems. So a lot of the funding has gone missing. And we couldn't capitalize on the vault because of the betrayal of Schemo. So that caused us to go away from there, and it ruined pretty much everything. I don't trust you because you're with your Laxel, who put me in jail, in prison. And I know whatever I say, you'll go crawling to him, and just like the good little dog that you are,
Oh!
and just talk to him about it. That leash goes for miles.
Well, I will like to point out that, being the dog that I am, very good at finding and sniffing out information. And let's just say that I can understand why Istrid is on the run with your money. As to why, I guess we couldn't really say, now could we? And she'll give a sly little smile and just say, Now, before we go on making more empty threats like everyone in this town seems to do, just demand the money. There's no reason for you to talk down to any of us here. Because let's face it, you're here asking all of us for the money, which they were willing to provide, but again, false promises and poor Istrid not being there anymore for you.
Hey, Craig. What would Yagra think?
Can you repeat that again?
What would Yagra think? I know you've grown quite fond of her. She's part of the faction, so who's to say what will happen to her? I mean, Zymina, my darling.
Is that a threat?
No. It's not. It's more of she's part of the group, and if we don't get this coin, I don't know what will happen with her or Tashlin or Zoraj. You probably don't care about Tashlin or Zoraj, but I know you care about her.
She could just join us.
She can work here.
Do you think she would want that?
Yeah.
She doesn't care what I end up doing.
Out of game, did we have a conversation about you asking Yagra to leave before? And she said that she wouldn't, but she didn't care what you did? Is that what that was? Because I can't remember, but I feel like you did talk to Yagra about that at some point.
Yagra had said that I didn't need to remain a member of
Dream Raiders.
the new
Okay.
in order for us to maintain our relationship. However, I do feel like there may be an asterisk there. How she might feel if the organization were to dissolve completely.
And hey, if you don't want to join our faction still after all this, because I know how your code is, that's completely fine. If you want to not be a part of it, that's okay. As long as if you're willing to give us the $5,000 so that we can have food on 5,000 tracking, excuse me, if we can have gold on the table, food on the table, so that we can eat, we can sleep, and just pick up where we left off. That's all we ask. And I think she would appreciate that. If you don't, I can't help but to be truthful to her and let her know that you and your group declined to help us out, which may raise some questions on loyalty. But that is her decision. She is her own woman. So, what do you
What's
guys
the least
think?
amount? What's the
Five.
least amount?
5,000 is the least amount. Because I know you guys have been with our faction, and that is how much we need. I've used all my other outlets and channels to cover for the remaining costs. I need 5,000 more.
Craig, you want a sidebar?
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I mean, if you want it, you're gonna have to stick it out, DeVille.
You're the one asking us for money.
You know what? I think I'm going to take my leave. I think if it's going to take this long to have a distinguished conversation, you would have made your decision by now, and I don't want my time to be wasted. So I guess we won't be able to have the money. I guess we won't be able to have the faction. And I guess you've made enemies out of us now.
Great.
So I'm going to take my leave. And I'm
No.
sure we may see each other in the future under different terms, but...
DeVille,
What?
if I see any of you other than Yagra step foot in this place, it's not gonna be pretty.
You see him, he turns and gives you the widest smile you've seen him. Teeth are perfect. Such confidence in his face, and says, I am not too worried about that. Goodbye, Craig.
Say it again. I had.
You see my eyes glowing with fire.
I'm going to make my leave now. Have a pleasant day. He leaves the tavern.
So, am I to understand that you are both out of the Doom Raiders now? So it was either you're in or you're out. Interesting.
Excommunicado.
Well, why be a part of something that's dying anyway? I guess. It's unfortunate that we had to burn that bridge, but at the end of the day, I don't really feel like DeVille did us a lot of favors anyway, so. And with the treatment of Istrid, he just didn't keep good people around. Not that we're good people, but you know what I mean.
Tolerable is different.
Can I send a paper bird?
Of course.
Viagra.
What would you like to send it to? Viagra? Okay, what would you like it to say?
Just had an interesting discussion with DeVille. I would like to talk to you regarding his monetary needs and why the Doom Raiders are in such bad straits.
Istrid, babe.
I understand.
Okay.
All right. So you do send that paper bird. It is about sundown right now. Unless you guys want to do anything, it is approaching nighttime.
Is it time?
Are you guys going to go to bed? Anything else you want to do before
Yeah,
night?
Oz, are we going to bed?
I mean, Oz would like to go to the Raven Queen Shrine, but
Okay. If you want to go to the Raven Queen Shrine, you can definitely do that. You can get a wagon if you would like.
okay. Probably because I look like a fish.
No worries. All right. I think this would be a good time to take a break. So let's
Yes,
take
I
a
was
5 to
just about
10
to
minute
say
break
that.
right now, and we'll pick up where Oz is going to go to the Raven Queen Temple.
Woohoo!
All right.
Nice.
See you in a little bit, guys. Hey, welcome back, guys. Hello. First want to just say thank you for your patience with the audio and technical stuff. I mean, we're just getting back into it, and we just had to get through everything. So please let us know if you aren't able to hear us on our end, because we want to make sure you get a good experience with us, and we love you all very much. So we're just going to pick up right where we left off. So it's funny. I was actually having a conversation with Cal about this too, because one of Oz's friends, well, maybe even more than a friend, Nanette, was going to send them a paper bird anyways to meet them at the Raven Queen Temple later in the night. So we're just going to fast forward to that, just letting you know there is a paper bird, Oz, from Nanette that says, hello, I miss you, I hope you're doing well. I received... I don't know if it's a voice from your ... mother, but she is looking to speak with you at the temple. You can bring your friends along if you wish. Travel safely.
Okay.
Wait, whose mother?
Oz's mother.
My mother. My
Okay.
mother.
The
Yes.
Raven from whence she came. The
Oh,
Raven,
okay.
black.
Did you
and
hear it,
silver.
like-
My bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's okay. That was the entire first campaign. No, I'm kidding.
Right? That's
Sorry.
literally the
Should be forgetting.
whole of Oz's
I'm
story,
joking, I'm
Mickey. No.
Kidding.
Well, so, I need to take a trip to the Raven Queen Shrine, to have a conversation, I guess. So, you guys are welcome to join me. Otherwise, I'm fine going by myself. But decide quickly.
As long as you use protection, it's okay if you go by yourself.
So nobody's going except Oz?
Oz is gonna, like, try to slap Ximena with their fish fin.
It's very slimy.
Oh, yuck.
I think that's enough protection already. She smiles.
Fuck you,
laughs.
Ximena. Fuck you.
Well, that's not in tonight's plan, so.
Alright, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Do you
Okay.
want? Okay, bye.
So Oz is
You're
leaving.
welcome to come with if you want,
Are
but
you-
we're leaving.
I don't...
Miki, get over here. We're leaving.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, Craig, Ximena, you tagging along too?
I mean, I have a paper bird out.
You
I don't know
do.
if I should wait.
That is your call.
Yeah.
I think I'll stay here in case anyone decides to come to the tavern and burn it down in our midst. At least someone will be here to see who did it. But if you guys get into trouble, just send a paper bird or something and we'll be on our way.
Wait, Miki, give them your walkie-talkie.
I have a Rocky Talkie here, Craig. Catch.
Yeet!
And just let us know, and we'll let you know if we need anything. And you would, yeah.
Oz
Hang on.
takes on the appearance of the last person that they've killed, and the last person that Oz killed was a Kuatua. So, yes, Oz is a fish person right now.
Very good.
People are familiar with World of Warcraft. Callus and Murloc.
There you go.
Yeah, very similar.
I mean, okay, to be fair,
Yeah,
it's better than the intellect devourer.
I'll give
you're
you that.
Correct.
Each their
You're
own.
correct.
So,
Yes, fish. It's a humanoid fish. Everything I kill, I'm always a humanoid version of it. So that's why I kept saying
Ximena,
fish.
you are staying in the tavern, and the rest of them are going to be going to the Raven Queen's temple. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure. Yep.
I'm
Okay.
staying, and I don't know if Craig is going or staying.
Yeah, that's why I want to double check.
I'm staying here.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just going to be Mikil and Oz going to the Raven Queen's temple.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right.
Let's go.
Well, we will go to the Raven Queen's temple right away.
Okay.
So we will do that. So it takes you get a normal standard wagon. It's a dragon and 5 shard. About how much it costs, because unfortunately Glarb is not there anymore.
Oh, my Glarb.
So you go through the very familiar cemetery. Sorry, I am going off of an old combat. Excuse me.
Oh.
Whoop. So just what it normally looks like, and very cold outside. Even though it is springtime, it is an eerily cold night. But Oz, it's really pleasant for you. It just chills your skin, your scales, if you will, and it's beautiful. You see the stars. You see a crescent moon as well, illuminating the dark sky. Not a lot of foot traffic. You just hear your own steps walking on the cobblestone as you approach the black obsidian gates, with the sharp points at top. You go to your usual spot on the eastern side of the gate, and you do see Rowan Darkfeather there as well, who is ready to teleport you, or dimension door you, and Mikhail to the temple.
All right.
To see him, and he looks at you, and he has his wings outstretched, willing to give you a hug.
Oh, I'll give him a hug, even though I'm a
there
fifth
we go.
person.
Thank
Thank you,
how have
Rowan.
both been? Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Miki, right?
Hi.
Pleasure. Oh, a lot has happened in the last 24 hours, definitely.
That it has.
Nanette was talking about some voices she heard that probably came from the Raven Queen, but I know that it's important. I'm glad you made it, and I'll let you all talk to her then. I'll still stand by if you need anything, but just want to make sure you got in safely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. No worries. And he gets out his instrument, like it was like a skeletal lute that he had. Played some very eerie music that created a dimensional portal, so to speak, with raven feathers popping out of it and swirling around it. And you easily walk in, and then you are right into the main floor of the temple. You go down the familiar spiral staircase that gets colder and colder as the descent happens, and you hear Nanette's voice by the Raven Queen blood pool circle right there, and she is there to see you. She looks very, very happy as well, and reaches out, gives you a hug, says, "Oh, hello, Oz. It's so good to see you again. Oh, there was a lot that happened at that cache. Oh, hello, Miki. It's good to see you again as well.
Hi.
Hello there. Let me actually do this. Boom. There you go.
Hey.
Hey.
Oz does wanna they'll pull out the black calla lily for Nanette, and then drop put the chrysanthemums on the altar for the Raven Queen.
I'm sure she would appreciate that, Oz. A lot came over me when I got rid of Click. And it was definitely spur of the moment thing, and I knew it was the only opportunity I had to kill him. I hope you wouldn't think of me differently from that.
Not at all. I completely agree with your action.
Thank you. I hope you're not feeling like a third wheel, Mickey.
I totally am, but I'm here for it.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, unless you want me to go away, I can go talk to Rowan.
It is quite all right.
People.
It's fine. We really don't have a lot of time. And Nanette grasps like the top of your hands, your scales, and says, "This is probably one of the most important meetings we're having. I think your mother told me to bring you here. I don't know what is going to happen, but it sounds like it is quite important."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
I don't know what we have to do now. Maybe we can go near the stained glass, near the main praying altar. We can do that too. The main center. She's here. Here. Raven Queen. Hello. And you hear. That's not hearing anything, but Oz, you hear in the back of your mind. Close your eyes, my child.
Yeah.
Feel my presence.
Yeah.
I do that, and I kind of give Nanette's hand a squeeze.
oh, what is going on? Okay. All right. And Miki, do you close your eyes as well?
Was I instructed to close my eyes?
No, you just see both of them just closing their eyes. And
Oz
you're just
is
looking at them.
full on ignoring Miki's presence.
Okay. No worries.
I will look around and be just like one eye open, like closing my eyes. Like,
Miki, as you're keeping your eyes peeled open, you see the stained glass starting to crack a little bit, like getting fractured.
oh, cool.
And then just like as a little crack, it starts webbing out a bit on each of the 3 stained glass windows. And it's noticeably you and Elf and like all Nanette and the other 2 you guys can hear this as it just gets louder and louder and louder. And then all of a sudden the stained glass shatters and the 3 of you are pulled into it. Cold air all around you, black purple darkness, and just enshrouds your vision. Afloat. Oz, this is very similar to how you felt in the blood pool. Only there is no blood on you. You just feel yourself pulled. You lose all sense of direction. You're upside down, right side up, left, right, all around. Until as you kind of close your eyes and try to get that equilibrium, you land on a looks like a platform of some kind. Which is here. Now keep in mind I thought others would be joining, so they will be blacked out. So let me do that. And then add your little Kuatoa thing here.
Oh god.
There you go.
I lied. This is worse than the intellect devourer.
I think it is though.
So you look around and you just even Nanette's like, what is this? And it's calming, but it's very cold. It's one of the coldest feelings you've felt in a while. As you too, Mikhail. It's a little unsettling. You don't know what to make of this.
So cold.
Especially compared to Ball.
Mm-hmm.
This
Definitely
is the opposite of mine. I'm normally scorching.
As you look around, Oz, you notice far off in the west, you see a very looming dark figure that just gets rid of that black and purple smoky air around you. As time goes on, the silhouette becomes more well-shapen, and you see feathered like gauntlets, shoulder pads as well, encapsulating the arms and shoulders. And then you see a giant black and white mask with a feather headdress looking at you. The face is as big as the platform itself. And underneath you feel the ground shake as you feel lifted up from Palm, looking into her vision. You do see now the Raven Queen. Right there. My child.
Oz like full on just drops to their knees.
And Nanette is too stunned right now. Just like jaw dropping, just looks at you. Oh yeah, I have to do that. And then kneels too in praise.
And Miki will drop it.
You also see 4 other figures, like kind of like an arc around her. See, whoop,
Oh.
whoop, yeah, you see that. Sorry, you see those. Your true form in the past, very similar, around the Raven Queen. Those are what also your spirit guardians would look like when you're using that spell.
Yes.
Feel free, Oz and Mikhail, if you want to roll a perception check.
Sure.
Always.
Let's see if you notice something.
Oh wait, that wasn't. This is a D12. That was a D12.
No, you probably don't want
Oh, what a disadvantage.
And I rolled a 1,
Right?
so I was like, wait a second.
17.
Natural 19.
All right.
Ooh.
Both of you notice those 4 figures by the Raven Queen. They are very, very similar, but they have slight differences. He knows. One of them looks like to be maybe a pessimist of some kind, like they're just not like acknowledging the world around him. They're just like not looking around of some kind. You see another one that seems borderline angry or frustrated, another one that seems to be desperate, and another one that seems just to be sad. Just with those slight facial features. And they all look very similar with hairstyle, like structure, everything like that. The Raven Queen says, I'm so happy to be reunited with you again. My champion, my child, my warrior. Your true powers have come to fruition and allows you to see me again once more. So much has come to you. I am proud. I love you so much. Nanette looks to you, Oz, and says, say something to your mother. What's wrong with you, Dr. Hurt?
I'm so happy to be here with you again, Mother.
Raven Queen bows a little bit. Facial features don't change because you still see the mask, but looks at you. When you were able to summon your brothers and sisters to help you. When you truly understood what the Raven Queen stands for. I knew you were ready. This is the time, this is the moment to be yourself once more. And she further explains, my lovely child of acceptance. I knew you would be able to flourish with this. I created all 5 of you equally with slight differences. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, looks at you, and acceptance. The cycle of grief. When a person loses someone, they go through all those stages. I love all of my children equally, but acceptance allows for progression. It allows us to move forward. With all the changes that happened around you, all the obstacles you had to face of the unknown, you accepted it and moved forward with it to strengthen yourself. You see your 4 siblings up there, nodding to you as well, acknowledging you. Raven Queen uses her other hand to pull from the void or beyond the blood circle that was there, just hovering. And then you see the 9 souls that you killed, including the Kuatoa that's kind of pulled from you as well, coming from the blood circle. All their shapes are there, their features are there. You see Jacob, Azana, Marvin, the Kobold, the Intellect Devourer, the Sturge, all of them in there as well. Now it is time for your true gift. You see a scythe come up from the pool, and the souls of all the people that you killed get wrapped around with the blood and are absorbed by the scythe, including the Kuatoa soul that you have, which feels a little bit of a sharp pain, but then you are remade into your natural state as your black and blue figure that you were before. So out of game, you don't have to deal with whoever you kill. You're going to become that person. That is gone.
Oh my gosh!
She hands you the scythe. It is... Hold on, let me get to it. It is a legendary weapon that you have.
Ooh.
Called the Grim Reaper Scythe. Let me add that to the chat.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Not
So-
this Poe getting all the +1 weapons first and now a legendary weapon.
Yeah.
So this.
So happy for you.
I have 35 health.
So it is said that it will suck up the souls of the victims that was once wielded by the Grim Reaper herself. Actually, it does say herself. This weapon deals an additional 1d6 damage on a successful hit. As a bonus action, you may gain temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt with one attack. The hit points do not stack. But you may replace your current temporary hit points with new ones. The attuned creature will lose these hit points if they are not attuned to the Grim Reaper Scythe, which you have to be attuned to it. When you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, you may add their soul to the pool in the Scythe. The max amount of souls in the Scythe is 10. If a soul is absorbed this way, one or more souls may later be expended to add an additional 1d6 necrotic to the next hit. During a short rest, you may expend one more soul to heal yourself 1d6. The souls remain within the scythe until they are used, but are released if the scythe is destroyed. The soul cannot find rest as long as it remains in the scythe. So basically, if you use the soul, whomever soul in the scythe, it will be gone and sent to the other side. One thing I'm adding to this is that you can cast Speak with Dead with people in the scythe at will. So if you need to communicate to a soul, you can definitely do so. Again, like, it is just like the Speak with Dead spell, so like they can't force information out of them, but you don't have to ask questions. If you want to have conversations with them, you are essentially an avatar of death. You can do so.
That's cool.
So whenever you reduce them to 0 hit points again, you won't absorb their soul in your body, but it will be absorbed in the scythe.
Wow,
Nice.
That you'll use.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's
And so you have 9 souls in there right now. That's why we had to keep track of it. So then the Raven Queen presents you the scythe. And you take it. It feels very familiar to you. Like your favorite toy, stuffed animal, childhood nostalgic pastime is in your hands right now. The grip of the top and the bottom, just the sharpness, the scent, the weight of it feels so familiar. She says to you, "You have another part of your adventure that you must push forward with. I have no doubt in my mind that you will do a great job, but be careful. I know you won't forget us. I just enforce that. Remember who your true family is, Azrael."
Yes, mother.
All 5 of you are Azrael. I love all of you equally. Acceptance is your strength. I love you.
I love you, mother. Long live the Raven Queen.
And you see her and all 4 of your siblings in perfect harmony, masculine and feminine voices. Long live the Raven Queen. As they back out, you feel a gust of wind push you. It's like you get a little bit of whiplash too as you get back into the temple and the stained glass is all intact.
Wow.
And the net is there next to you. You have the scythe in your hand. And that goes. Yeah, that was great. I could not believe it. That was the first time I've seen her. Thank you for that honor, Oz.
Worth the wait?
Definitely.
And I've seen 2 gods now.
Nanette looks at you and nods like, yeah, I understand.
Woo!
Okay. Great.
Ball was way scarier though. I gotta give him props, but that's a cool
Well-
looking scythe though.
Thank
You see
you.
Nanette biting her tongue a little bit, but she continues to.
You get
Okay.
used to them.
I think that's why.
Rowan and I and the others are working to rebuild the temple under different structure. that we all contribute equally to her praise.
Good.
You are always the leader of this temple. That is never going to change. If you need us for anything, please let us know. Whatever this new adventure is, please be careful. And I'm always here to help you if you need anything.
Thank you, Nanette.
You're welcome. Miki, I wish you the best too. Be careful. Take care of Oz.
Thanks, Neens.
Needs.
Don't call them that, please.
How about
Please,
Ets? We could go Ets.
No. Stop it.
I can
Just-
see why.
We're
I'm
leaving.
Not
We're leaving.
okay. Goodbye. Rowan's like, yeah, I'm on it.
Okay,
So
hang on, hang on.
nice.
So, am I
her a
looking like
little
my
swoop.
original appearance
Yes.
right now? Okay.
Original
Good.
appearance,
Okay.
black, blue. That is, and any soul you kill is going to be in the scythe.
Okay. Can I change to look like Jacob again?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. So you can change your appearance at will now. So, I will incorporate that once you're all together again.
Cool.
So then I'll add the picture in. We're gonna go back to the tavern, Full Skull Tavern, where
Oh,
Craig
Lord.
and Zymina are. So Craig and Zymina, it is late at night, probably around midnight or so. You do hear, and now I know you may be sleeping, but you hear some noticeably loud knocking at your front door.
I don't think we'd be sleeping. I think we'd be hanging around the inside
Okay.
of the tavern, just waiting for them to come back, because at that point we don't know what's going to happen. So, sure. And I kind of look over at Craig, debating if I'm going to go answer it or if he wants to go answer it. It sounds pretty hectic. Do you want to take leadership on this one, Dennis, or do you want me to go do it?
Yeah, I'll answer the door.
Okay, you answer the door, and you see a woman you haven't seen before.
Oh.
It looks like this. She a little bit older, some salt and pepper look. Very nice clothes as well, green and gold. Some fur as well. She looks at you and says, "Good day. I apologize for the late night. May I have some of your time with you and your comrades?"
Only two of us are here right now.
That is fine. I just need a majority decision.
Well, unfortunately, you will not have a majority decision.
I mean, with the two of you. I apologize. I should probably introduce myself. My name is Jalen Ermbrusk.
Oh no.
Oh!
That is not the same family that
Babe,
Yes.
know-
Yes, it
it
is.
is.
It's yes. Same family that Floon paid off, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis was having technical difficulties during that time, so I just wanted to
That's okay.
tell
Yeah.
him who that is.
Ah,
Not being a
Um,
metagame.
we are certainly familiar with your family. Before
Oh.
we invite you into our home, is there any way you could provide a little more information as to why you're coming here so late?
Oh, of course. I apologize. I assume you won't allow me to come in, if that is okay.
If you give us a little bit of information, we will decide
Sure.
if we can let you in. Yes.
Sure. I know you've come into some money, and I know you've probably had a lot of suitors come to you as well. I am looking for an interest-free loan. And with my status, I think it could benefit you guys tremendously.
I think I'm out of game. I think I would agree to let her in, but I would still like to roll an insight check
Sure.
to see if that is like the full truth or if it's just partial truth. Or
Sure.
if she's just flat out lying.
Sure. You can roll insight if you want. Also, I would like both of you to roll a history check for me, please, on her. See how much you know about her.
Well, my insight is 17 plus 7, 24 math,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my history check, 12, which
Okay.
I
plus
rolled
1,
9.
so 13.
9 on insight or history? Maybe it's history, right? I'm sorry.
History,
Okay.
yeah.
Don't know too much about her. I mean, besides of what was kind of found about the Urmbrusks earlier on. She seems to be honest. She's being very careful with her words. She's trying to gain your trust slowly, because this is at night. It's very suspicious. She's aware of this.
Mm-hmm.
And with her status, she's trying not to come across as too pushy, but trying to have an intellectual conversation with you.
Okay. I mean, I know Krieg is in front of the door, but I rolled a 13 for my history check, but after the
Okay.
fact.
Yeah,
And I'll just say,
it's-
I think we can at least hear what she has to say for now, Krieg.
Right.
Great. All right, thank you so much. And I don't need a drink or anything, but I appreciate it. I will
No,
just...
but please feel free to sit down at the bar or wherever is
Yeah.
comfortable.
Thank you so much. She sits down. Beautiful golden jewelry, beautiful furs. For someone so rich, she dresses very, very well to where she can blend in with the majority of the masses that are, a little well off without showing it too much. But I mean, you're aware of the nobility and special jewelry that she has. She says, "Well, I did hear about the vault. I did hear about the information. I think we can have a sort of agreement that would benefit everyone. A quid pro quo, so to speak. I don't know if you are aware of this, but I am a masked Lord of Waterdeep. An esteemed panel of people that deal with judgment and persuasions among the city. Lyrel is the ruler, but there is a secret council I'm sure you're aware of, and I am one of those members.
Wow.
Hmm.
With that being said, I admit that I am in need of 10,000 dragon.
Hmm.
Because I vow to repay it within a year. It's only a loan. So this is only temporary. So you will get your 10,000 back after a year. I am in debt to someone.
Oh my god.
Now, in exchange for your help with this, if you do choose so, excuse me, I would grant you and the rest of your party members, I think there's 4 in total, perhaps,
Mm-hmm.
each a mark of prestige.
Out of game, I don't know what that is.
That's okay, and I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So a mark of prestige is a very powerful gift that can mean many different things. One of them is a letter of recommendation from her. So if you are caught in a situation where you need a letter of recommendation from a person with such reputation that would get you out of trouble in certain situations, she can provide that to you. Another thing is a medal she can give to you as well. This is mostly in a political standing. It's not no golden value, no monetary value. It's basically just a brand that gives you something like that. There's also parcels of land if you want land. I don't think you will in this case.
Too much to
yeah.
manage.
Special favors. So reward might come from the form of a special favor on a future date. So basically, like anything that you may need on her end as a masked Lord of Waterdeep to help you with. That's something to think about. Special rights. So like if, for example, they're carrying weapons in public places or killing enemies of the crown or negotiating on a duke's behalf, that is something that's a special right you can have. Stronghold, what you already have a stronghold with the Trollskull Manor, so you don't need that. Titles, if you want a title as well, just adding prestige. there's also, which I think personally may help you guys the best, it's training. Basically, Jalen would get you a trainer, and what happens is you can either gain, let me see here. You can get Inspiration daily at dawn for 1d4 plus 6 days. The character can gain proficiency in a skill, or the character can gain a feat.
Oh.
And that'll be for each of you. So that is things that she offers with your situation. She says, I don't come asking people for money on occasion, but with how constrained this situation is with time, I came down here in the nick of night to see you. So, I wanted to see if this is something you were interested in.
When do you need the money by?
Tomorrow at the latest. Well, I guess looks, well, he doesn't have a watch, but next sundown.
The sundial on the roof.
Honey sundial, yeah.
Perfect. I think tomorrow at the latest works fine for us. We don't actually have that amount of money on us or in our person. So we would have to at least retrieve it for you. But that being said, I do want to thank you for risking yourself. I know as a noble it can be pretty shady doing this, as you said. So thank you for having your discretion with us.
Likewise.
We take this very seriously, as we do with our own business here. But are you willing to provide who in debt you are to? Just so that we know if anything comes to us, that we don't accidentally get involved further and create any more issues for you. You know,
I
type
can. However, I think if I were to say the name out loud, it would cause more issues for you. Respectfully.
Would you whisper it in one of our ears?
I think she just means knowing the name in general.
Precisely.
But then again, we also just continuously have issues every day. So I would say it potentially wouldn't add much more than we're already dealing with. But it's more so for your safety if we come in contact with these people feigning ignorance and not having any connection with you outside of the merits should we get them, of course.
Very well. I would highly suggest you do not mention this to anyone. Because it will travel. And if anything happens to me, I won't be able to give you the prestige that you would like.
Yeah, and I have a question out of game.
Yes.
Is it prestige like one of those things that you listed, or is it everything?
It's one of those things. Yeah. It is one of those things. I'm more giving you
prestige and pick something different.
Yeah.
I'm giving you like a dealer's choice, so that if you guys were to proceed with this, you can choose what you want, and I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. She asked you if you want the name.
I would much prefer to have the name just in light of everything going on around town. It's just better business for us.
She goes down and goes in earshot of you to whisper it. Manchun.
Fuck! No!
Steps back.
And based on the light past information I have and the interaction I've had with him, what me and Miki did, Zamina does kind of do like a tongue click and look at her and go, well, you definitely have our deepest sympathies for having been involved with him. Can imagine that is very easy. While I can't promise the money now, we do need to talk to the other two and gather the money. So we'll discuss it tonight, not mentioning that person of interest.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
But if you come visit us, we will either have the money or we will find another way to help if we can. But for now, I think it's pretty high chances that we can. Just come back tomorrow at your convenience.
Before sundown tomorrow?
Before sundown. Well, out of game. When is our dinner with Strahd?
It's gonna be sundown.
Okay, so
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that before, so just let you know, sundown.
unless you want to wait here for them to return, which wouldn't mind offering you a couple beverages should you desire, but I doubt they'll be gone for much longer, if you feel comfortable, that is.
I can wait a bit.
Perfect.
I don't need any other beverages, but I'm fine with just the water. Is fine.
Sure.
Thank you.
Zymina will walk to the back and grab her water and set it in front of her.
Thank you. And as time goes on, Oz and Mikhail, you are in the tavern as well, and you see this beautiful woman sitting at the counter. And she's just drinking water.
Well,
Hello.
hello there, pretty lady.
Salutations.
Game, I would say that I'd be, obviously during this time, I would be trying to make as fast friends with her as I could so that maybe we have a good relationship outside of this interaction as well.
Yep.
Because I think
Yep.
that's a very Zymina thing. I don't want to get too much into the roleplay, but I would definitely like to leave an impression and say, like, well,
I got you. I understand.
We'll be besties outside of this.
Of course. Yeah. Hello. You must be the other two.
You
That
are.
would be correct.
Fantastic.
You are.
If you guys would
Mm.
like to come over to the bar so we can introduce and have some privacy before she didn't mean to interrupt her, but just so that they're in close proximity instead of just standing far away.
Sure.
I was just
she,
sitting in their normal spot, so.
With your,
She.
with your big sight.
she's- yeah, it's a
I kind
beautiful
of
sight.
prop that to the side, on the
Okay.
other side from the lady.
Love it.
She doesn't even acknowledge it at this point. She stands up near the fire, just making sure you're all in eye shot of her so she can look at all of you. My name is Jalen Ormbrusk. I came here a few moments ago to visit your compatriots in regards of a proposition.
One I might add does come with being paid off in a year, so a loan and not just a handout. Not that I would ever consider that a handout for you, milady. You can tell she's being very formal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jalen is being very stoic, composed, calm, well articulate. Definitely good posture. She is very well established and just looking at you respectfully. And she fills you in on what the terms were. And then I guess you guys can discuss what you would like to do.
Sidebar? Are we gonna talk in front of her?
If you need me to turn my back,
Um,
I can do so.
Oz just kind of looks at Simena and, like, lay it out for us, I guess.
Well, I personally feel like this is in both our interests, and even aside from the prestige, it's not like we can't be friends outside of that too. You know, helping each other out as we both go about our ways in life. With the whole vault exposure anyway, it's not like anyone can't earn their place in nobility at some point, so you never know.
I think it would be good to have the ability to call in a favor. And she, I mean, I think we could, do you think it would be disrespectful to ask if she could pay us like half in like half a year and the rest in the year? Or do you think that's too disrespectful? We could die.
I think that is true, but I think asking it in a more dignified way is, you know, the way
I
to go
would
about
leave
it.
that to you, Zymina. Of course, you're the most dignified one here. No offense, Oz.
A little bit of offense, actually.
Oh, my bad. You know, I'm
Little
so articulate, so...
Oz does want to turn back to the lady. Just out of curiosity, would it be similar to a payment plan, or is your goal to pay us back lump sum at the end of the said year?
Well, due to the situation that I am in, I want to make sure I can make promise on my end of the deal, assuring you that you would get your full amount at the end of 1 year total. If I apologize. Did you?
Just go ahead.
I'm very sorry. I thought you were done speaking.
Quite all right. Go ahead.
Oh, my turn. Okay. I really forgot what I was gonna say, like out of game. You really got me. Payment plan. Darn, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. I'm so upset. No interest. Oh no, it wasn't that. Keep going. I'm sorry.
She just looks at you,
That was out of game.
patiently waiting for you to
Yeah.
finish so she can continue.
Wait,
If I remember it, can we circle back?
we'll come back to them. Please do continue.
Oh,
As I was saying, I plan on holding my end of the deal as much as I can, knowing that in a year I would be able to pay you back the 10,000 dragon. Because I do not want to make promises I cannot keep. Thus has me established in this role that I'm in right now.
And if we do decide to give you the money, is there any time limit on when we can ask for the prestige? Do you need time to set that up, or is it something that you can do pretty much instantaneous?
Well, if you need a letter of recommendation, I can usually draw that up pretty quickly. If it's something more involved, like a special favor that may need a lot more leverage on my end, that will take some extra time. It depends on the situation.
Out of
Rest
game,
assured-
I would
yeah.
look for maybe the feet thing. So I think that would be a trainer.
Yeah,
Right? That falls
The
under that
trainer.
category. So I would just say, I think
I
with how crazy this city has been and how much it will probably continue to get, perhaps a trainer in martial arts or something of that sort could really help me or any of us out if that's something that's
course.
even easier than recommendation.
I can definitely have my personal trainer visit you for. I would assume, depending on what you're asking for, probably be a sum of 5 days. Probably like an 8-hour arrangement, depending on what you're looking for, and I'm sure that my Welfare trainer can definitely help you with that.
I remember what I was going to say now.
Fantastic. What is it you would like to ask me?
Respectfully, please.
Of course.
What happens if you can't pay us back alone?
I don't see that as a problem.
That things are good on both ends.
I guess it is more your decision of what happens if I can't pay you back. But I don't see that as being a problem.
Neither do I, and I assume that even if you were, for some unforeseeable reason, unable to pay us back at the end of the year, I imagine we'd still be somewhat of more than acquaintances at that point, that we can extend the time limit as a courtesy to each other, so I don't see the harm. If you guys don't, of course.
This sounds beneficial.
So much money.
Out of game, I'm just thankful she's willing to pay it back at all, because everyone else just wants a handout. So let's just
Right?
know that at least, even if she doesn't, like, that's a year from now. We'll worry about that in the year, which is like 80 sessions from now.
Not to mention she's the masked lord of Waterdeep. Like, she's got some pull.
Right, I don't think
A
she'd
lot
be
of bulk.
offering something like this that would, like, it doesn't, I don't feel like it's really much of a lie. Besides, obviously I didn't mention Manchun yet, because I was not going to mention that in front of her, because I gave her my word. I might mention it later, because I know Miki and I interact with him, and even Miki was just like, well, you know what? Maybe not, this is not the person. So,
How? That's my question. I'm never gonna get to ask, but how? How the hell did she get this?
Well, we'll find out later maybe, but in-game,
okay.
Zymina just kind of, she'll refill her water, since she's obviously done a lot of talking, but she'll just go, I'm in on providing the money. if you're able to take it now, of course. But if you guys have any other issues or any questions, feel free. But I think a trainer would be extremely beneficial for us.
Did we incite her?
Sure.
Did we?
I incited her coming into the tavern with intentions, but throughout this entire speech, I did not. Mostly because I trusted her initial stuff,
Okay.
and then the information she led into was very well presented, and she doesn't seem to be desperate or anything like that. So it seems very real to Zymina. But that doesn't mean she's not giving you that vibe. So you can insight.
No,
Up to you.
I would trust Zymina because I wasn't privy to the whole conversation, and if you caught us
Okay.
up to speed, I would trust you, Zymina.
Sorry, there's like this light here, and I was like, when
Well,
did
now I'm
this-
gonna roll in. Now I'm gonna roll
Go.
insight because I don't trust Dan.
I don't trust Dan.
If you want to roll insight, by all means, you can definitely do that. But
I am in.
all right, so two of you. Well,
Okay.
you're in. Okay.
So much money.
Majority rule, sneaky. So
I understand. I'm also in, and I'm not like not in.
right.
Okay.
I'm like,
So
man,
she bows and says, "Thank you very much for this. When would be a good time for my trainer to come? Possibly tomorrow."
If it's early in the morning, because we do have a dinner to attend after
Okay.
sundown, that would work out for us. Do you want the money today, or would you prefer to come tomorrow and gather it?
I would prefer to have it right now, if that is okay. If you can send me a paper bird or some other method of communication that would get to me, as to when you would like your trainer to arrive, we can definitely arrange that. Then I can schedule an allotted amount of time for her to stop on by.
Perfect. Well, out of game, maybe the day after tomorrow. That seems more realistic to have her gather that time. You know, deliver her money tomorrow, get that planned out, then have the trainer come, and then it's after Strahd's dinner. Just so we can deal with that. You know what? I think the day after tomorrow will be beneficial for both of us. That'll give you a day to hopefully sort out any issues you're having with the loan, and then the trainer can come by then. Mikhail, would you like to get the money from upstairs?
yes.
Because we don't want her to see the big black hole.
I'm not metagaming that.
I will go upstairs to get the 10,000 dragon.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Maybe put it in a nondescript bag, please.
Sure, like a paper sack.
Yeah, that. Yeah. No.
So Mina just
She's
sighs,
just,
looks at her and goes, I apologize. Obviously, we're all from different standings, as you can tell, and
You
that's
are
perfectly
forgiven.
fine. Please, Mikhail, just go grab the money, meet us back down here, take a deep breath.
Put it
You're
in a duffel
okay.
bag.
I promise you're okay. You're doing
Put it in a duffel
great.
bag.
Black duffel bag.
I'm gonna put
Perfect.
it in a black
I think-
nondescript duffel bag.
Thank you for your help. I can tell I've been here a good amount of time. Thank you for allowing me to have this conversation with you four. As of this moment, I'll have my trainer come the day after tomorrow. If that changes and you won't be available, please let me know post-haste so that we can reschedule accordingly.
Absolutely, and if you need just to talk or have anything else that comes up and you want to discuss it with us, we're here.
I have
Paperwork-
to be very... I understand your pleasantries and your motivations. A lot of people have made that well known to me. Rest assured, you have gained my trust for this moment. I appreciate your candidacy. I appreciate your forthright trustworthiness. We will discuss anything further if need be, but I'll have my trainer stop by the day after tomorrow. I want to thank you for it. I appreciate it.
Oz is gonna stand up and actually like give a proper bow to her and escort her to the door.
Thank you. Hope you all have a pleasant night.
You as well.
Safe travels, milady.
Will do.
Bye.
Goodbye. And she is gone. I added Jacob in there for you, Oz.
Hey.
That way, let me control. Do that, do that, do that. And then she is
1,000.
gone as well.
It's better than giving.
I know, but think
5,000
about
to
what we got
Bolo.
back, right?
Bitch, we're gonna get a fee.
Uh,
Unless she duped us. In that case, well, whatever.
All right, so that was a long night. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do before the end of the night happens, and before the dinner tomorrow?
Check all the windows and doors to make sure they're locked before I go to bed.
Sure.
Make
I'm
sure
that
you
kind of
don't
loud
open.
now.
Don't open the back door.
No.
All right. As the night is settled, all of you get a good night's sleep. As you got your new weapon with the new powers, and you can change yourself a will. You now Jacob. You do hear when you sleep, there is a voice in the back of your head that says, "Good choice.
God
Like the look."
damn it.
And then you guys wake up, new morning. Starts. Prepare your spells, prepare everything. Is there anything you want before the dinner? Or want to do before the dinner?
Did we want to go pay Embrick and Avi a visit? Oh no, you said we would do that outside of game. Never
Yes.
mind.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Forget that.
No worries.
They own the blacksmith shop, just for anyone watching, so we were considering weapons and whatnot.
Mhm.
And they're hot.
Okay. And gay. Yes. I can't think of anything right now. I think after the whole vault business, I want to stay hanging out at home for right now.
Sure.
Just kind of like winding down from that before kind of embracing the rest of this changed world.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um,
Alright.
Oz wants to go to the dinner looking like a Zana.
Alright.
Oh, jeez.
Sounds good. I have to...
Sorry, I know you just switched it, but
That's okay.
I don't think any of them have gotten a confirmation that Oz is actually looking like Jacob during that time.
Mm-mm.
So I don't want to let them know that Oz can look like Jacob.
Sounds
So
good. Alright, let me just copy her. Alright, perfect.
We would have seen it though, because Miki would have definitely said something because
Mhm.
Mikil's favorite is Jacob, so you know I
Thirsty,
would.
thirsty boy.
That's me.
Okay.
also attractive
as-
people get treated better.
True.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, sunset is happening. Strahd is there with you. He is escorting you guys to Castle Waterdeep in an obsidian carriage with some black horses. Very, very nice wagon with some kind of like purple, velvety texture. You see some... Yes.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt your description,
That's okay.
but is there a way to carry the scythe around without it being like a 10-foot long scythe?
It is not a compactable scythe or anything. It is an actual scythe. It is up to you if you want it in the hole or however you want it to, but it is on your person.
I'll put it in the hole.
Okay.
Question just
Yes.
regarding that, is it like if we were to get in combat,
Mhm.
would it be like an action to like I forgot how the whole
Yes.
works.
It would take an action to get the weapon off the site. Yes, and equip it. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So as you guys make your way, yes.
Sorry. Are we
That's fine. We'll just have this up in the next episode. It's cool.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. It's okay.
We're in
What's
our
up?
opera clothes. Are we in our opera clothes?
Your opera clothes. It's up to
I mean,
you.
I'm in
guys.
different dinnerware, baby. I
Up
gotta
to
change
you.
the wardrobe.
It is entirely up to you.
I
guys.
definitely want to be in my opera clothes because they were silly looking. But I pay a lot.
I don't have opera clothes for anybody because my clothes change with me. So
No worries. Okay, so you guys are making your way to Castle Waterdeep right now in this very, very nice wagon that Strahd has for you. He has some hors d'oeuvres and some purple smash number 9, great purple number
Ooh.
9 wine in there. Some red dragon crush as well.
Yeah.
And you guys make your way to the castle. Castle is very huge. It is near the southwest part of the city. You see a huge garden at the front as well. That leads you to there. So you see some of the city watch escort you in, make sure like they take a look inside and they nod and escort you to the front. You pass through just a wonderful smell of lilacs and tulips, other flowers that give such a nice, charming, just light scent. It's very bright. You hear Strahd saying, "This is disgusting." He's walking around and he does not really like the very bright colors of the topiary and the fountains and everything. This is not quite my style, but give credit when credit's due. There will be no...
Tasteful and tasteless.
Yeah. He turns back and looks at you while the city guard is walking to the front door. We are not going to have any fighting. We're not going to have any type of combat unless I direct so. Okay. This is just going to be a casual dinner.
Of course. Is there anything that we should be expecting? Any surprises as far as conversations go that we should be aware of?
There will be, but I think it's better for you to see that in person. Just rest assured that I have your backs on this, and that these surprises were nothing without my approval. Because I do have your best interests in mind.
Well, whatever gets me out of this garden the quickest.
I like you.
Love you too.
And you go through the front doors of the castle, and you make your way to the second floor.
Okay.
You are escorted through these marble halls into a dining room. And you are asked to sit down at the dining room. It is on the east part of the map here.
Holy
You have to
cow.
really zoom in because it's a really big map, and I had
Holy cow, Dan.
So
This is-
big.
I can only zoom in so much.
It's okay. It's all
I
good.
can still see. I can still see.
So you guys sitting down, and the city watch staff member says, "Other guests will arrive shortly. Please make yourself comfortable." Maybe you see some nice appetizers, some fresh fruit, vegetables. Craig, this is definitely your level. It kind of gives kind of like what the Growlhounds had on them, as well as like Gerlaxo had his bountiful feast. Only this is definitely high luxury class. A lot of good snacks to have here. When you guys arrive, you do see one person that is there that is pretty familiar. Let me actually bring. There you go. You see Gerlaxo, who has his feet up on
course.
the table and says, "Hello, this is my friends and family. Hi, hello."
But he's as he is.
Wait, is he as JB though?
He's Gerlaxo.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So,
Whoa.
Strahd, nice to meet you finally in person, love. Nothing but great things. And Strahd just like gives like an eyebrow up and doesn't really respond, just nods. Gerlaxo looks at you. Zymina, how are you, love? Give Gerlaxo.
Quite the days, haven't we? I would, out of,
yeah.
like, obviously that's my faction, so I would,
Yeah.
like, a loose
Gives
hug.
like a kiss on the left and the right. You're looking ravishing. Fantastic, fantastic.
We don't need to say things that are already true out loud.
That is very true, love. I don't need to tell you what you already know.
But it is a pleasant surprise to see you here. I didn't
Likewise.
think you had it in you to want to stick around this for too long.
Yeah, well, when, the vault situation happened and Lyra was in person, she needed to see me here for dinner. So I don't know why you four and your daddy, I don't know your relationship. Strahd, perks his eyebrow. Respectfully, of course, love. I don't know why you're here either. It's quite a surprise. Nice to dine with friends.
I'm just kind of gauging everyone's reactions at this point, because I'm just like, well, that is a twist.
You then see a little bit, 10-15 minutes have passed. You see two individuals walk in that is escorted by another City Watch person, you see Amalia and Victorio Castellenter that are
God.
here as well.
Oh, this is a big party.
Are we gonna have until 9:30? Because I don't know that we're gonna get through this at 9:30.
I'm trying.
Too much.
So you see them, and Victoria says, "Look, darling, our nice little friends have arrived." "Oh yes, darling. It's a shame they couldn't pay a visit to us before, but I guess we can have dinner here now. Hello, lovelies. Hello." Amalia
Oh,
has her hand out and says, "Hello, Craig, is it? It's good to see you
that's my
again.
name.
If you don't mind."
kiss the hand, Craig.
Thank
From
you.
across the
Thank
table and 8 chairs away.
you. She's walking around. She's making
That's
reach. And Victoria's like, oh, sorry, that's Relaxo. Victoria is like, it is so nice to see all of you again. It's a shame. Again, you couldn't join us. I don't know why you wouldn't come visit. It quite hurt our feelings. We had nothing but good intentions, of course. And Jarlaxo's here as well. This is definitely going to be a treat. And Jarlaxo has his legs up. He's like, oh, this is going to be fun. He takes a big swig of wine that he has on his table, per the bottle. Then you also see another figure come in.
Oh God.
In the meantime, you hear some screaming. You hear some weapons getting rustled. You see some armor getting rustled too, and you see Xanathar come in as well. He is there, and is just looking everywhere and is paranoid and is trying to I was like, why am I here? He's looks very angry and looking around, and you see one of the looks like a mage of some sort. Kind of adds like a hold monster type of spell that's cast so he stays in place for a little bit, and he's just like in place looking around with his one big eye at all of you, and you see it dilate a little bit as well, and looking at you four.
I take a big gulp of my own wine at this point. I'm like, okay, I'm not ready for all of this. Go.
And then lastly, you do see another individual.
Oh my
It
God.
is Manshun. He is there as well. He walks in very eloquently and says, "Oh,
Oh,
quite a gathering we're
I
in,
just
aren't
gave
we?"
him 10,000
Oh
cows.
God. I gotta sit next to him.
I'm really curious on why we are all brought here.
What the fuck is
Oh.
going on?
I know you two. We meet again.
Pleasure as always.
Is it? Well, we're waiting, I guess. Well, my associate should be joining us shortly too, but do you know why you are here?
Addressing the four of us.
Jarlaxo's drinking, and the Castellenters are kind of looking at each other confused as well.
I guess we'll all know more when Layrel gets here.
And as you said that,
Mhm.
you do see another figure come in. It is Lyrel. Let me actually see if I can bring her character sheet up so you get a full picture of her as well. On the character sheet.
This is like deja vu with
Show the
our
players.
final episode of
She
last
is
season.
adoring some
Wow.
nice robes, very beautiful, gray hair in the back.
She extra. We live for it.
She says
Oh,
to all of you, "Thank you for joining us today. I wish it was under better circumstances," looks at Strahd, "but I assume we can have a nice casual conversation and get to know each other a little bit more, and answer any questions that may be had. Manshun, when is your associate arriving?" "She is arriving. Oh, I think she's coming in right now. I have to bring my financial advisor here."
Of course it is. I
It's
knew
a-
it. I knew it. I
she
knew
is
it.
back.
wait.
Strahd sits at the
Fucking
table
Strahd.
next to Manshun
Oh,
and says, "Oh, I apologize for being late, Lyrel. It's been quite busy, but I know that's no excuse." And, oh, hello, everyone. I'm Strahd Horn. It is a pleasure to meet all of you for the first time and multiple times. I am just here just as an observer for Lord Manshun here, for any financial advice, contractual agreements, any assistant work, anything that he needs. So I'm just here in the background, don't mind me.
I do make a point to just like look, smile, and just maintain the eye contact with her, and I'll just raise my glass and take a small sip while unblinkingly doing so.
Gerlax is sitting next to you and he looks at you and goes, "Oh shit, this is gonna be great," and takes a big swig. The hold monster spell is off of Xanathar for now. He's sitting, but big guy, just taking up like the whole corner of the room basically with a chair. Yells at Lyrel like, "Why are we here?" She goes down and says, "I'm sure you have been made aware that Waterdeep and Barovia have been at war for some time. Since Lord Strahd Von Zarovich and myself have come to a certain impasse, we came to an agreement that would minimize all casualties in our cities and countries respectively. Strahd, you have your trusted family, and I have people I have associated in my city as well. We thought it would be of best interest," and you see another City Watch member hand out a sheet of paper to all of you. Kimarie, is another document. I'll add this to you as well. It is a contract. It is the City of Waterdeep and Barovia acquisition. We each have what you may call a team of people that will go battle against each other in the Undermountain to acquire a certain item. Whomever is the one to acquire this item simply wins and takes control of the other's city estate. Of course, there are some terms and agreements. So essentially, you four will be battling against my lovely team of people. As you can see, you can take a look at the documents here. And I'm just going to quickly go through it as well, just so we have it. So, the contract reads the following. The Strahd family will compete against Lyrel Silverhand's Chosen, which is Gerlax Manshun, Xanathar, Victorio, and Amalia Castlenter, to acquire Hollister Blackcloak's Blast Scepter. Excuse me. The first team to defeat Hollister, acquire the staff, and give it back to their team leader will be victorious. The winning team will take over and rule the losing team's country or city. The losing team, along with their team leader, will be killed on the spot, if not done so already, in the Undermountain. Per prior agreement with Hollister Blackcoat and both team leaders, the Undermountain has been divided into two exact copies of each other. It is an extra dimension.
Wow.
Each team will be taken to their own Undermountain plane. If both teams make it to the final level, they will share the same level in direct competition with each other. Each level of the Undermountain has a blue brazier. This is the only way the team may transport back to the Yawning Portal. So you would be going from the Yawning Portal down the well to the Undermountain. Once one person touches the brazier, all members of the team will be transported and will indicate the completion of the level. Dead or petrified team members will not teleport. Once the level has been completed, they will wait until the other team has returned. After both teams have returned from the corresponding level, each team will leave the Yawning Portal and will have 2 days to take care of any personal matters until returning to the Yawning Portal and complete the next level. So you have a 2-day grace period to do whatever you need to do between levels. Magic that summons creatures or objects from other planes function normally in Undermountain, as does magic that involves extra-dimensional space. Spells cannot destroy or alter the shape of the Undermountain magically protected ceilings, pillars, or columns. So like an earthquake spell won't destroy it, but doors and furnishings will, of course, be destroyed. If anyone in the Undermountain decides to accompany the corresponding team out of game, like an NPC or something, they will not be teleported back to the Yawning Portal. The allied will remain at the same spot when the team was teleported until the party returns. Any magical items, scrolls, treasures, valuables, etc. acquired in Undermountain will be teleported with your team, so you will have that. Throughout the Undermountain, Hollister will provide special gates to teleport between levels. Some gates require a certain power level out of game, like a character level, to pass through them. Each gate has an Elder Rune attuned to it, and there are good and bad outcomes for each rune. Each team member and leader must not inflict any physical or psychic harm on the opposing team or team leader during the 2-day breaks in between levels. If done so, this will result in immediate death upon the perpetrator.
Oh!
Any team member declining this agreement will receive death and punishment seemed fitting by the opposing team's leader. Strahd Von Zarovich and Lyra Silverhand have the right to change and edit the rules as deemed fit as long as there is agreement between the two leaders. By signing below, you indicate that you agree to the terms and conditions of this contract. So,
if we don't agree to it, we die. So,
or the team leader. Strahd stands up and says, I know this is a surprise to my family, but I have a lot of confidence in them. That they will do this. If they will do this, but also defeat your team leader. I know what they are capable of. And we will take over what we do. And we will have peace again. Erlaxel is spits out his mind. The Castellanders are talking amongst themselves. Victor says, this is possible. You can't do this to us. Lyra says, I can definitely can, however. We have favors, remember? Yes, this is a great passion. And I think that if you want to, keep your son locked up without me, we can definitely let them know about that too. And how you have your, celebrations about his motives. We can definitely mention that as well. And Victor will sits back down on his face, he's hailing along, he's like rubbing his shoulder. Manshun looks at the contract and says, well played. And it's like looking at it, trying to find any loopholes, and it's just like, yeah, there's no way around this. And Xanathar he's just a big basket case of what he doesn't know what to do. He's looking around trying to find like ways to exit, and of course the city watcher like blocking it all out. So yes, go ahead, Miki.
This is just the 4 brothers, the 4 of us, not their teams or their cronies. Or is it?
It's the 5 of them, yeah, because Victoria and Molly are there.
Oh yeah, they're
a couple. I mean, you are allowed to talk about however you want to talk about. I mean, this does say Strahd and Lyra, they can change the rules as long as both parties agree to it. So, Strahd wants to be able yeah.
I'm gonna say it's just this game. I mean, it's just casting in one hand. Not really looking at anyone just talking out loud. Just so we can't cause direct or indirect harm, mental, physical, to anyone amongst the agreeing party. But nothing says anything about their followers, right? And that's when she'll turn to look right at Strahd.
See, it's just your face start to get pale. Strahd looks at you with a very, very nice smile.
Oh, we love you, Eddie Strahd.
I don't see a problem with that. Do you, Lyra? Lyra says, no, I don't condone violence, though. This is just a last resort. But we don't want to cause any type of ripple effects. Respectfully, Simina. She looks at you. Like, she's looking at you like, don't do it. Strahd saying, do it.
Right, I would look at Lyra and said, oh, there would never be a ripple. It would be very silent.
Relax was like, oh shit. That's fucking great.
And she'll
Watch
sign
your
her
back,
name.
love. As the Manchun is saying, looking at you and saying, don't worry, Strahd, making eye contact with you. I don't see any problems of that happening. You can definitely test those waters if you wish. But I do have a good set of people in my corner to assist if that matter arises.
Out of game, do we remember? Wait, your camera's frozen. Can you guys still hear Dan?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I could before.
Oh no. Come back to us, Dan.
There we go.
There we go.
He signs his contract and looks at you. Zamina. No?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good now. Yeah, he looks down and signs the contract and gestures to you if you want to sign it. Mhm.
No, like out of game, we know the whole rumor about Manshun possibly being clones, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was something that was
That's
that
very
most people were
canon,
aware
yeah,
of.
the story, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as he's signing it, Zamina would just casually say, "Now, does that contract apply to clones of a supposed person, or does it not matter regardless of if it's the real person or not?"
Are you looking at Manchun or Lyrel or?
Both. I would look in their direction because I think they're kind of at the same table.
Strahd says, "This is the contract of whoever is signing it."
Hmm.
Okay.
She'll
And so if the
smile.
clones try to come after us, then that would be bad. Will we know? This is, I don't know if this is an in-game kind of out-of-game question. Will we know, like, where? Will they know where we're at in the Undermountain, and will we know where they're at as a team, or we're just trying to go through it as fast as we can?
So the way it works is, so let's say you get to the first level, right?
Uh-huh.
You will have your own first level adventure. They will have their own first level adventure. So I'm actually, whenever I'm going in blind creating the maps, they're going through their own adventure too. So I'm calculating everything out too. So they're going to do their own thing. If one of them dies, one of them dies. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a direct battle, but it's like you guys have your own thing. So when you go through the first level and finish it, and you're waiting in like the waiting area, they will go through their own first level too as well. So then
Okay.
if both of them are both in the lobby area and you see if one made it, then you both are in the next level. But when you're actually in the Undermountain, you won't see them
Right.
until if you both make it to the last level against
Wow.
Alistair, perhaps. Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yes. Any other questions?
How many levels?
We'll just have to wait to find out.
See. Well, with that being said, everyone, all the NPCs sign the contracts, willingly or not willingly. Do you guys sign the contract?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I look at
Yeah.
Charlaxel and I
Yes.
go, "Well, I think you got all the fun out of this, didn't you?" And she'll sign her name with kind of a laugh. Just like, who would have thought? She's saying it ironically because she's like, who would have thought we'd be competing, you know?
Mhm.
It's like, haha, ironic funny.
He goes, "It was only a matter of time, love. It was only a matter of time." And that's where we're going to roll out of today's episode.
Damn.
Hey.
So yeah,
Okay.
we could definitely go over like more questions and everything off stream. But thank you again for everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. I know it was a very social base, but starting off tomorrow, I mean
Right,
tomorrow,
camera.
next week, we're going to go to the Undermount and start that book. So this is a little
Yes!
homebrew. So get ready,
Wonderful
guys.
transition-
Yeah.
Wonderful transition, Dan. That was so
Oh,
fun.
thank you. Thank
That
you.
was really good. Good job.
I appreciate it.
Good job,
I appreciate it.
everybody.
Thank you. And yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you
Thanks,
enjoyed
everybody.
us role playing and seeing us do this, even if it was a little bit. You know, we're catching up. We're doing better. We got
Yeah.
into it. Good job,
Oh,
everyone.
thank you for the comments in the chat. I appreciate it too. I tried to DM, but yeah, if you need anything else, let me know. I love you guys so much, and it is roll or roleplay.
Roleplay.
Bye, guys.
Roleplay.
Rope.
Thanks for watching.
Ro-